I am sorry. Are you okay?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
He is the fighting pride of Omaha, Nebraska.
He's good at what he do.
Defending.
Hey, Daddy.
Undefeated WBO lightweight champion of the world.
Hey, Daddy.
Bud
BoxingVoice.com. Taking, any credit away.
You in the trenches, it's cool to shoot them bullets. How you gonna defend yourself when them bullets coming back?
Davis thought Santa Cruz was gonna fold from his. The popular and acclaimed defending WBA lightweight champion of the world.
If it was the streets, these niggas would have been smoked. Pack the whole group up. Pack them up and get them the fuck out of boxing.
Haney, Cambosis, one of those folks, maybe Garcia.
All them guys is easy work. They easy work, man. I'm the top dog.
The hard-hitting young star of boxing, 3-division world champion.
Skill for skill. I'm much more skillful than Canelo. I stand on that. I'm much more skillful.
You and Cambosis, what happens, Tank?
I'm whooping that ass. Tell him come see me. Tell him hold the belts. I whoop his ass for free.
The defending world champion from Baltimore, Maryland.
We from the city. You know what's happening, what's in the city. TheBoxingVoice.com.
Gervonta Tank Davis.
SDS Promotions.
I remember walking in Mayweather gym, me sitting on the couch. I told him he a bum-ass fighter. He ain't say nothing, not one word. He got a fur on, it's 80 degrees. Come on, man. I just got my hair done 2 days ago.
Swing the women's guard.
I just got my hair done 2 days ago. I just got my hair done. You pick grease in my shit. I just got my hair done 2 days ago. I just got my hair done. I just got my hair done. I just got my hair done 2 days ago. I just got my hair done. You pick grease in my shit. I just got my hair done. 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 Why y'all boys like I'm saying bullshit? Like this is real fast. Like this is real fast. Why y'all boys like I'm saying bullshit? Like this is real fast. It burnt my eyes. Like this is real fast. I just got my hair done 2 days ago. I just got my hair done. I just got my hair done. I just got my hair.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning and welcome back to another one. We are here for a jam-packed show. I'm pretty sure we're going to be having some fun with this one as ESPN's Salvador Rodriguez comes out and confirms the rematch will be taking place June 21st in Las Vegas, and we're going to have the former undisputed champion Jermell Charlo back in action, as well as the current WBA 160-pound champion Erislandy Lara. Yeah. If you're listening, there you go. No you in that. No Lara. There you go. So Lara is going to be on the undercard, as well as the return of Jermell Charlo. 2 champions, 1 former, 1 current. Obviously, we'll get the rematch we've been all expecting and waiting for. Now, this is coming off the table of Salvador Rodriguez. We'll go ahead and give you that green screen. We'll go ahead and give you that screen share so that you see that we're not making up the news and we're getting it from a reputable source. Obviously, you can see here Rodriguez in Spanish saying, tentativo para el 21 de Las Vegas, el 21 de junio 21 en Las Vegas, Jermell Charlo y Erislandy Lara pelearán So Maraz en el undercard, which means they could be on the undercard. Obviously, tentativo is, tentative. So it's not locked in. It's a tentative date. It's not locked in, but, all signs seem to point towards Las Vegas. And we just got the great news that Jermell and Lara will be on the undercard. You got to remember, they've been saying for some time that Lara could potentially face the number one in the division, Yonelis Hernandez, which would be a great fight. And I'll screen share Hernandez's ranking as the number one in the WBA. Junior right underneath him, and many people calling out Junior these days. We'll see what happens. But this is what we're going to be talking about. Outside of this weekend's schedule, we got a nice bunch of boxing fights on ESPN Plus in Las Vegas. We do have the return of Richard Torrez. Now Torrez in another main event, taking on Guido Vianello. We know Guido very well. He's been built up on Top Rank. He had some good wins and some, a decent loss to a, notable fighter that we respect. So, this is a great step up and test for Richard Torrez. As Torrez has, not been facing the top of the division. What's interesting to me is that obviously there was so much hype behind Jared Anderson, but Jared didn't get these types of main events so early in his career, or am I mistaken? I don't know. Maybe you guys could tell me. Richard Torrez only 12-0, 11 KOs. I don't remember Jared being able to main event that soon. Jared never was able to get a Guido Vianello. I don't think Guido knocks out Jared. But here we are in a position where Guido is main eventing versus, not the biggest punchers. Let's just put it that way. But they're building him. They're building him. They believe in him. It could be the amateur Olympic background, and maybe that's why they, decided to do the hometown fights with Torrez and not Jared as often. But Torrez seems to be the new heavyweight that Top Rank is invested in and trying to turn into a star. And really, that's the question. Do you believe that he can become a star here in this heavyweight climate? Now, remember, Richard Torrez, not the biggest guy, only 6'2", is a southpaw, though. But when the headgear came off in the amateurs, he did get stopped. As a pro, a beautiful record, 12-0, 11 big KOs, a 91.6% knockout ratio. So, definitely television friendly is Richard Torrez. On the undercard, we'll have a great matchup. This one is a toss-up for sure. Lindolfo Delgado taking on the Dominican Elvis Rodriguez. Elvis does have that one loss to Kenny Sims. We'll see in this next step up, can he, get the win without any hiccups. Abdullah Mason and Carlos Ornelius on this undercard, not as great as a fight as it was originally scheduled to be. Remember, it was supposed to be Giovanni Cabrera on the undercard, taking on the young Abdullah Mason and giving him his true first test. But for whatever reason, that did not take place. Giovanni did hit me up and say, yo, get me on the show so I could talk about the Mason fight. In my mind, I'm like, what's going on? They're saying you pulled out. So we do need to get that interview with Giovanni. Seems like he's got a story to tell. Whether it's real or not, we don't know. We know he doesn't agree with the way that things kind of worked out. But great fight with Lindolfo and Elvis, man. Lindolfo has certainly been looking better periodically over each fight. Fight by fight, he stepped it up and looked better and better and better. And I'll show you, right? Obviously, he's gotten a couple of good wins. We'll show you those. Jackson Martinez, good win, 5th round stoppage. Brian Flores, good 10 rounds, you know. Carlos Sanchez, another stoppage. Luis Hernandez Ramos, another stoppage. Now, obviously, in my opinion, I think Elvis has probably been in with the better opposition overall. You know, Kendo, Postal, Adorno, you know, Romero, Sims, you know, he's been Carell, you know, he's been in with the better opposition, but time and time again, we've been being proven that opposition sometimes only means but so much. You end up getting in there with someone that allegedly has more experience than you, and, you know, the alleged experienced fighter isn't coming out on top. But that is the Elvis and Lindolfo fight. Good scrap. Hard pick'em fight there, you know, and I'm gonna be rooting for my Dominican brethren. I don't want him to get cut. This is nasty on these boxing streets. You just never know what's gonna happen. Then obviously we got Abdullah Mason and Carlos Cornelius. Not the fight that we wanted. Not the Giovanni fight at all. Not the Giovanni fight. Not the step up. Not the test that we thought we were gonna get. And maybe this fight will prove to be a test, but he's not the name that the people knew that's gonna get those casuals, you know, tuning in. This will be another hardcore fight for hardcores to spread, or rather continue to spread the word of Abdullah Mason. You know, these April Fool's jokes are out of control. There was a fake Andy Cruz out there that allegedly sent an offer to Abdullah Mason. Can you believe it? I mean, this boxing game is all fucked up. You got more trolls than actual fans. But, you know, in theory, that would have been a good fight. You know, hypothetically, that's a good matchup for Abdullah Mason to get in there with an Andy Cruz. Battle of the undefeateds. Cruz slightly more experienced due to the Olympic background, but in the professionals, doesn't have more experience than Abdullah. Maybe has more 8-round professional fight experience, but as a pro, I feel that Abdullah has had way more fights, so he's a little more seasoned, in my opinion. But we are talking previews and predictions for this weekend's top-ranked fight. Next on the docket, Alberto Gonzalez taking on Dana. What is his last name here? Dana Coolwell, whoever the hell that is. So Alberto Gonzalez, never heard of him. BoxRec doesn't even come up, so you know I never heard of him. Never even Googled him. Looking like Alberto Gonzalez is an undefeated fighter. 12-0, 7 KOs, 5'7" in height, 22 years young, so he's young. Oh, this is Chop Chop. We have heard of him. Man, watch them fight. Lord. See, name association is so many fighters. In this division alone, which looks to be the featherweight division, there is 1,798 active fighters. So, you know, when I say you got to do something to get my attention and the attention of the boxing fans, it's really something you should be doing because there's just so many fighters out there that can steal the attention from you, you know. You got the Keishawns and the Tanks and the Shakurs garnering attention. If you're this, you know, quiet church mouse, remember, they don't get fed, man. Quiet mouth never gets fed. So you definitely have to start vocalizing, getting these interviews, getting some traction. I mean, look at that other kid. His name is like Alberto Mendoza, maybe. He's got all these fights, never fought nobody, but he's making traction because he's got all these fights and he's doing these interviews and he's so close to like breaking Mayweather's record, even though he hasn't fought anybody. It's kind of unheard of in America, right? We see kind of like Thai fighters and Filipino fighters do that, but never Latin or American fighters. fluff up their resume to where they're 40-something and no. So I've been trying to get him on the show. He's just a little bit slippery with the East Coast time zone thing. He's not an evening guy, so it's not like we could just throw him on. But once again, we're at 239,198. So we do need about 2 more subscribers to get to that goal of 239,200. Ultimately, we want to keep it moving straight to the 240,000. Even better yet, 1 million is what we would love to wake up to. But if you want to call in and voice your opinion on this weekend's fights, we're doing previews and predictions for the Top Rank on ESPN Plus and ESPN Deportes card. We talked about Alberto Gonzalez, Chop Chop. He's going to be taking on Dana Coolwell in an 8-round featherweight fight. We'll be going with Alberto Gonzalez, a.k.a. Chop Chop. Steven Navarro also on the undercard, taking on Juan Esteban Garcia in a junior bantamweight bout. Navarro, another guy that I'll be picking, another top-ranked kid being built, 5-0, 4 KOs, 80% knockout. I'll be going certainly Navarro over Garcia. We also got the return of Jihad Tucker. He's back. Jihad Tucker taking on Troy Williamson. Now, we know Troy Williamson, so this is a decent little scrap, He is from the UK. We've seen him fight on a couple of shows in the past. The issue is he's coming off of a couple of losses. Now, Jihad Tucker, he did something that turned the minds of the executives on ESPN and Top Rank, on another level, right? He was being put in tough. He had the Nicholas Flas fight. Then he had the draw with Daniel Veron. But they seen something there, and I remember the matchmaker telling me, no, we're going to start pushing that kid. We like that kid. Sure enough, now he's gotten 3 8-rounders, 3 wins, 2 of those by decision, 1 by knockout. And Troy is another guy that he'll be facing that, on paper isn't on Jihad Tucker's level, right? On paper, he's not on Jihad Tucker's level because he's just coming off of back-to-back losses, right? Troy Williamson lost to Ishmael Davis and had a 10-round split decision loss before that. And before that, he got a tune-up versus a dude with 19 wins and 23 losses. Or rather, he was supposed to get a tune-up with that guy. Oh, yeah, he beat that guy. But then before that, he lost to Josh Kelly, who Josh Kelly wasn't never a world beater. So, shout out to Top Rank. They hooking up Jihad Tucker. It's no more, difficult road only. I guess they seen whatever they needed to see. They're ready to invest in the young man. We got Casual 88 gifted 1 membership to one of the TBV community members. Adrian with the $2. Can you try and get Ryan Garcia interviewed before Saturday? Oh, you mean Robert Garcia probably. Before Saturday may be difficult, champ. Garcia's a morning guy, and he's a good guy. But when he's busy for fight week, he's busy for fight week. I mean, the last time I was supposed to get him on, that's what happened. He was traveling to New York City for fight week. James Benitez, Atlanta, phone lines open. What up?
Yo, what's up, Ness? You hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yo, man, good morning, community. Good morning, community. Now, look, man, if Charlo and Lara ain't fighting fighting each other, man, or anybody of reference, man, we really don't care about that. The Richard Torrez fight, that's going to be a decent scrap and everything, man, but I got Richard Torrez getting him out of there by round 5, man. That's what I believe. I'm probably going to make that bet with the bookies. The Tank Roach 2, man, Ness, man, there were so many people in the pre-pro chat talking about, man, we should be talking about the Belonga plant beef and stuff like that, man. But why didn't we talk about that, man? That's what I want to know. I just want to hear from your mouth why he chose to go this way instead of go the other way.
Tank's the face of boxing, remember? Easy answer, right?
He definitely is. He definitely is. He definitely is. Now, Ness, I ain't got shit to talk about when it comes to this topic right here, man. But lately, I've been doing something different, man. You know, like a lot of you guys may be out here struggling with good morning text. So, like, I've been sending songs along my good morning text. So, like, the past 2 days, man, I got, like, pretty good reaction from a chick that I sent the songs to. So she knew what time it was when I sent the songs. So, the first song I sent her was Project Bitch. If y'all recall that song, and then sent her with a good morning. She knew what was up. And then I sent her a Kevin Gates Love Bug. So that's the second song. So next, man. So you think my style of texting in the mornings, man? You think that's a little different?
Definitely,
You think that gets a little attention?
definitely different. Definitely different, and I can see it working because it's different.
Gotcha, man. You know that's what I'm here to do, man. I'm here to educate these guys, man, who just sit here and watch us talk all day and scared to speak for themselves. But also, Ness, man, there's a lot of people, man, that believe that they're the reason you're successful, man. Instead of that, you know how like some people in your life, man, like they don't want to just enjoy your ride to success and everything. They want to believe that they're the ones that made you successful, whereas others are just okay with just being a helping hand from time to time or just giving input here and there and just seeing you rise. That's what separates me and that nigga CYP, man. CYP feels the fact that he calls in your show, created a counterpunch, created whatever the fuck, a back call,
I don't
and
know.
all these other different
Rod in the
things.
870 sent me, or is it Rod? I know
You said what?
Rod sent me a long email, pretty much showing that he was the creator of him along with others, but you know
Oh, so CYP a liar. So CYP a
I
liar.
don't know. I don't know. According to Rod,
Yeah, a liar.
he's saying that. Yeah, he's saying that he had more to do
Yeah,
with it than CYP.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying, man. You know, like that just shows. That's just another thing that shows his weakness. Like, there's a phrase I know, man. Like, when going through, you know, you got to be patient when you go in adversity, and when you have all things, you know, display a positive attitude. You know, he claims he has everything, and he's showing so much weakness in how he acts in the chat all the time. And he went through adversity in the fight. He's not trying to change any of his habits. So I mean, long story short, man, he's just a weak nigga in my opinion. But next, man, I ain't got nothing else, man. I'm running off for 24 hours with no sleep, man. I'm about to go back to work. But so again, shout out to you. Shout out to the community as always. If I hear something, I'll say something, man. And I'll catch you later. Oh, also, man, last thing before I go, we was having to talk about just about bitches again, man, talking about like dignity, you know what I'm saying? And niggas were trying to say that the bottle girls have more dignity than the strippers in the strip club or whatnot. Do
Of
you agree with that?
course. Hell
How
yeah.
you agree with that, man? Because
Because
I really feel that the
even
bottle
if they
girls,
both,
I feel that bottle girls are gonna give it up.
I'm
They're
just
gonna give it up
saying.
way easier than the strippers.
I'm just saying,
They're gonna give it up.
even if they
Mhm.
both tricking off, the bottle girls are not
Mhm.
obvious. Like the strippers, that's what they did to do.
But bro, man, but you know damn well the strippers are probably cleaner than the bottle girls for the
I
most part. And on top of that,
I wouldn't
I'm
know
just,
nothing about
I
that.
mean, you know what? Yeah, you don't know about that scene. But I'll just say this, man.
Looks like we
Man,
lost, huh?
they like the lower on the totem pole. Hmm?
I guess. George Foster talking about some great call. Yeah, funny. Shout out to James Benitez, man. Out here living his best life. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. It's going to put this episode in the eyes of boxing fans that don't know we rocking out every day, multiple times a day. Discord available and X Spaces both available for those that want to call in. Angel, what up, Cali?
Yo, what up, man? Morning.
What up?
Hey, yesterday's my first time sparring, man. That's just no joke. I was fucking gassed out.
How many minutes you went?
Shit, I did 4 rounds. I don't know how long it was. But that shit felt
Wow.
like it was like
4
no, that
rounds
shit
your
felt like it was
first
like
time? That's good,
yeah.
bro. That's excellent.
Now it's fucking gas. That shit felt like 20 minutes a round though. That shit was terrible.
Hell yeah, bro. It's the real deal. But
Yeah, I get
4
why.
rounds your first time. That's great, bro. You should be proud.
Yeah, I'm going to run right now too. You know, trying to get my cardio better. That shit was rough.
Damn. What Alex say? I mean, not Alex. Excuse me. Robert say. He said you a dog or what?
Nah, he's doing his own thing, you know. But when I was telling him about Border Wars, he thought you did bare knuckle. I was like, nah, she's not bare knuckle.
That's funny. Tree's probably laughing
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, so once I told him though that I wanted to fight at Border Wars, that's when he told me to go in and spar. So that's why I went in. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you.
Nah, that's dope, man. Congrats, bro. 4 rounds, bro.
Right.
Be proud, bro. That's good. Especially if they wasn't going soft, because you said you got gas, so that's impressive, man.
Nah, that shit was like a fight. These dudes are fucking going at like they're trying to knock me out. I felt like, man, that shit is rough.
Really? Oh no, that's not good because you're a novice, bro. Did you tell them you had experience?
Nah, well, I said it was my first time. Well, after, you know, but
yeah, you can't. You gotta say that shit before, not after. Bruh.
You gotta learn though.
I mean, no, I'm sure they saw after, you know, because I'm sure you was shelled up way more than him if that was your first time.
Yeah, for sure. You know, like just getting used to the headgear and everything. You know, can't really see out of it. The punches coming at you is different. You know, the mouthpiece and everything makes a big difference.
Bro, that first time you put a mouthpiece in your mouth for boxing, because I thought it was gonna be the same. I thought it was gonna be the same as when I played football. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you don't play boxing for sure, man. It's just different.
No. I mean, I thought having the mouthpiece in my mouth, it was gonna feel the same as when I played football, but that ain't the case. It's way harder to breathe with the mouthpiece for boxing than a mouthpiece for football.
Yeah. All right, man. That's all I got. I just want to share that with you real quick.
Yo, how far are you from Javier Caputillo's gym? Isn't that in LA? Aren't you in LA?
Nah, I'm in Moreno Valley.
Oh, okay. So Riverside is closer for you.
Yeah. So like Robert Garcia's gym's like 5 minutes from the house.
Ow, that's amazing. Congrats to you.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Get that real work.
Yeah. Yeah, the first time I came in too, I was sore for over a week.
You gotta tell them though, bro. You trying to fight amateurs and you in your 30s, bro. Don't let these people kill you. They're gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? Tell them.
Yeah, for sure.
You're doing this to check off the bucket list. You don't want them to think you're too competitive. They can't be putting you in there with super duper young dudes and you're not, you know, experienced enough.
Yeah, one of the guys I was sparring, that fool was young, but fool was kicking my ass.
It be like that, bro. I told y'all, bro. There was a 19-year-old out here that nigga ran me out the gym. I'm like, man, I ain't sparring that big motherfucker no more. No more.
Yeah. If I seen this kid in the street, I'd be like, yeah, I'll kick his ass. But nah, it's just different. Yeah, for sure.
Super different. Super different.
All right, man. We'll take it easy.
All right, Angel. Keep working, champ. It gets easier. Psych. Nah, it should. It should get easier. CYP with the King Counter.
Yo, man, I can't even listen to a show, stick to the topic without weird ass niggas bringing me up. Hey, man, this is the last time I'm speaking on this counterpoint shit.
Hey,
if y'all believe,
CYP.
Go ahead. Yeah.
James hit you with the knockout. See you later.
Good.
Hey, yo, James ain't shit. James ain't shit.
Enjoy your money that I created.
Don't be mad at me. I ain't do nothing.
Knock me out. No. I created it. Knock me out. I'm done. Knock me out.
I can't. You got to do that. I don't want to hang up on CYP, the creator of all things good. Big Super Mix.
Yo, what up, Max?
Hold up, Max. Let me drop these 2 bombs for that 50 piece from James Benitez. The silencer.
Top quality.
They calling him the silencer these days. What up,
That's
Super
some top quality
Mix?
hate. Who was the caller just before CYP?
James Benitez. Oh, Alan Padilla from Cali.
Oh, hey, shout out to you, Alan. 4 rounds on your first time sparring, bro. That's shit. That's props, dog. Is that? I think the very
Amazing.
first time I sparred in a boxing gym, I didn't even do 4 rounds. That shit. He ain't lying. You get in there with them young boys, man. I sparred one of my kids that used to play baseball for me, and I guess he remembered me making him run laps and shit because he whipped my ass one day. But now, so props to him, man. That's not easy to go do 4 rounds. But I really called in, man. Look, I want to reach out to the community. As some of you might know, I've been coaching baseball for like 8 years. I got a team coming up, but my kids are getting older. We got uniforms, so I'm just wondering, man. I'm like 100 short to get my boys some new uniforms, man. If anybody from the community would like to sponsor, just hit me up, reach out. We're just trying to raise $100 more, and we were gonna have an event this weekend, but we got fucking snow in April coming for some reason. So if anybody would be kind enough to just help out, support my guys, Ness can give you my information. If anybody's willing, I'd greatly appreciate it, man. Like I said, we're just trying to raise 100 more to get my kids some new uniforms and get ready for our season start. But other than that, man, that's all I really got. Hey, shout out
And
to Alan, man. Props to you.
to be clear, that by kids you don't mean your personal children. You mean a baseball team that you coach.
Yeah, no, I don't coach my son's team. He's younger. I coach 13 to 15-year-olds. So these kids get bigger. They grow over the years. Uniforms don't fit. Pants is bigger. Yeah,
What's the
it's an
name of the
entire team,
team?
not
What's the
my.
name of the team?
With 806 Sluggers.
806 Sluggers. You don't have many pictures. Okay, this is it. Oh no, this is different. This Bulldogs. I'm over here
Yeah,
trying to
this year we
show
got
it.
a new name, but last year but the last 2 years we've been the Astros. Yeah, I got pictures on my Instagram. Yeah, I coach the league right before they get to the high school program. Just to help kids get ready. I was a pretty good baseball player back in my day, so I like giving back to the game that meant a lot to me. So if anybody's willing to reach out, man, I'd greatly appreciate you. You can get with Ness or get to my Instagram at supermax_56. And you can reach out. I mean, we're not looking for a whole lot. Like I said, we just need 100 more to put the order in and get this
$100
started.
more dollars, not 100
Our
more
season
people.
starts. Yeah, no, just $100. Just to put the order in and get the jerseys and stuff, everything in time for the season, man. That's all. That's all we really needed, man. So I just wanted to reach out to the community. If anybody's willing, I'd appreciate it. But that's all I got for today. Appreciate that, Ness.
All right.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
Malcolm, New York City, AZ. What up? Oh, here going a better pick. I mean, this is a far ass pick, but this looks like a better pick.
Yo, hear me?
We hear you.
Shout out CBV, man. Shout out CBV. But I'm gonna make this brief. There's not too much to talk about with the topic. I don't see any real 50-50s.
What you mean? You
I don't care too much about Tank, Roach.
But what about these fights this
I'm
weekend?
probably not gonna watch the Top Rank, man. I got rid of my ESPN. I only really fuck with the DAZN shit now. But yeah, I'll see if I'm in the mood. I'll probably, Fire Stick Boys is out. You feel me? I'll probably stream it or some shit. I don't know. But I had just finished listening to yesterday's show, man. So I'll probably just touch on that real quick. I do want to say shout out to Turkey. Everybody hates on him. You know what I'm saying? They try to throw a lot of shade at my boy Turk, but he got everybody united in this boxing shit, man. Everybody's against him. You feel me? So it's pretty litty, man. And you got these guys who talk about, twerk for the Turk and all that, and they want to hate. But now, and you know how.
All right, Malcolm. Boxing gods. Sniped them. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to smash the thumbs up. We got a couple super chats we got to get to. Quality hate coming in on the super chats. We got, shout out to CYP with the King Counter. But James sent that knockout. We got Commanders fan with the $5. Damn, James. Don't do nothing but hate. Don't even talk boxing. Just talking about his nasty love life that we don't care about. CYP $2. I got $10 on a counterpunch for the future. I mean, you used that counterpunch to say hello and good morning, then got knocked out. Renaissance Dad, $2. Salute. Check your DMs. Which ones? X? Oh, yeah. YouTube Renaissance Dad. What up? Chin. Oh, for the baseball team. Super Mix, send me the cash app for the baseball team. Renaissance Dad stepping up to the plate. Salute to you, man. Salute to you. I love y'all, man. This is an amazing community. I love how we always help each other, man. It's crazy. Khaled, what up? This community is literally the best community. There's so many of you that help each other out with jobs and everything. It's crazy.
Yo, Nash, you hear me?
Feedback, Khaled, what up?
Feedback, Khaled. That's funny. Nah, look, I just be at the gig, but I'm at work right now, so we live. But am I clear right now? Are we good?
Yup, perfect.
Right.
I just can't talk because then I'll get an echo.
Hold up, bro. Nah, fuck it. All right, next time I'm gonna just take my headphones off. But are we here right now? Okay, so for the previews and predictions, all right. So we got my man Chop. Looking forward to that. He one of the prospects that I really like on Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? He fucked with Robert Garcia, so I fuck with him. Last time I saw him scrap, he had a good jab, he had good head movement. He was coming forward, he was putting his hands together pretty solid. So shout out to him. Then we got Steven Navarro. He another young prospect who I've been paying attention to. You know what I'm saying? I like the way he put his punches together. Both those, I think he needs the bag gloves. Though I'll never see him with them bag gloves. He got to get them bag gloves so he can turn them punches over. But he looking solid too. Then we got Abdullah Mason. You know what I'm saying? And look, with all these prospects, I don't really be too high on them like that. I keep it real. Like Mario, I'm just looking at you. I'm just all right, paying attention. I'm not too high, too low because you're a prospect and you still trying to figure it out. So we got Abdullah, he in a solid scrap. I'm just trying to see if it's a lot of hype around his name. So I'm just trying to see where he at with it. So all right, that's cool. And then we got the Elvis Rodriguez at 140 and all that. I saw him. He was in a tough scrap, and the other brother who he fighting. So that's gonna be a decent little. So it's some decent little scraps on the card. Nothing too crazy. I don't really give a fuck about the heavyweights like that. Them brothers be a little too sloppy. But I also want to see my man do well though, because Jared is kind of out the picture. So he the only American that we have to hope for right now. So hopefully he can do well. As far as the Tank Roach joint, I hope that shit get done. You know what I'm saying? I hope that happens. Tank got to get that back. I want to see my man Jermell Charlo come back, you know what I'm saying, to a nice tune-up before he get a big scrap. And, Lara, maybe we can get some Lara Charlo, you know what I'm saying, on some shit. Maybe that's why they're on the same undercard. Maybe we can have that going on, you know what I'm saying. But either way, we wanted to see that Mel get back in the mix. I know we've been shitting on his name. I understand, rightfully so. He didn't have the best performance against Saul. But that 154 undisputed champion Jermell Charlo against Terrence Bud Crawford was going to be one of the biggest fights. Keep that in mind. We're not going to get it. But I always want to keep that in the forefront of our minds sometimes. Like, that would have been on the level of Earl Spence, maybe a bigger level because they didn't like each other. So that build-up would have been on the level of maybe him and Tony Harrison. And that fight, even if you would have favored Bud, 154 Jermell Charlo prior to the Saul fight he was a very good fighter, bro. He went to everybody and got all the belts. He could do a lot of different things. He could punch. phone, guys. So hopefully we can get that mail back, man. But shout out to this card. Shout out the whole team. That's my call. Next time I call, I ain't gonna have these headphones
You may
in so
feel
they no
like it's your
feedback.
time, but it's
Nah,
not
you
your time.
straight. Troy, I seen your little fucking buggy-eyed ass hating on Twitter. Little hater. You could have told Tone that shit on private. You want hate. I got you, though. I got you. Then Tone did a video, ain't got nothing to do with TBV. And here go Mr. Bug-Eyed dragging TBV. I see you, Troy. Nasty work. Nasty work. This is the Cash App for the baseball team. Coach Supermex is that coach. Scan it. Pause it right now. And send him that hundo. Oh, shit. Matter of fact, let me just send this straight to Renaissance Dad. My bad, Renaissance Dad. What the fuck was I thinking? I forgot he DM'd me. Phone lines are open for anybody that wants to call in and voice their opinion on today's topic. Remember, we're talking to ESPN boxing. A lot of boxing. Jahad Tucker back in action. Art Barrera Jr., DJ Zamora. Like, man, Abdullah Mason. Y'all don't care about none of these fights? None? Really? Paper Chaser. What up?
Yo.
Yo.
What's up, Ness?
What up?
Chat, what's going down, chat? Hey, man, I like this fight. I think Charlo and Lara, that's a real good fight. They got experience. They got history. You know, they trained together for a little while back in the day. So I like Charlo, man. And like I said, he's still the king of 154. Undisputed. Y'all got to give him that. So I feel like this is a good comeback fight. And Lara got a belt, don't he?
160-pound title.
But who is this male fighting?
Yeah, no, they're not fighting each other. They both on a card. Little stack
Nah,
card.
I'm talking about. Oh, so same thing. Charlo and Lara on the same card.
Say again? Yeah, Charlo and Lara on the same card. They just in separate bouts. They're not fighting each other.
And they doing the same thing with Maul with Caleb Plant.
Yep.
On the same card, but not.
Yep.
I kind of like it. I like it. It's the build up, but man, they need to go and let them boys stomp.
Yeah, I mean, you know, these guys is inactive, right? Like Charlo, you know, you do remember Charlo hasn't fought since the Canelo fight.
But no.
Lil Charlo ain't fought since the Canelo fight.
I got you. But you ain't never seen that boy get tired. He come to fight. He be in shape.
Mel
be in shape.
Oh yeah, Mel drive his bike. He definitely work out. But he's still been out the ring, bro. You know.
Yeah, but
it ain't good to put him in a fight like or the caliber of Lara out of the ring like that long. Like wow.
But look, the thing he got from that Canelo fight is experience. He got in there, and a lot of people y'all talk y'all shit about that fight, but Mel got in there. Let's just see how Bud do against Canelo, and then we can reassess the Mel fight with Canelo. Let's see how Bud do. You know what I mean? But anyways, he got that experience from fighting Canelo. So yeah, I think that Lara fight that's good.
Don't we need to see the fight? Don't we need to see his next fight to be sure that he gained any experience from the Canelo fight?
Yeah. That's also true. And so if anything, we'll see what he look like against this cat. And then if he's sharp, then he can go right into that Lara fight and take care of business. Because Lara been stopping motherfuckers. That know what I'm saying? Lara been stopping motherfuckers. He made your boy Danny look real bad. I don't know if Danny wasn't prepared, wasn't in shape. I fuck with Danny, but yeah, man. He had Danny out there looking crazy. We ain't never seen Danny look like that, ever. Not nobody did Danny like that.
You know, everybody can't jump up weight classes, man. You know, Danny started at 40. Going up to
Yep.
60 for a Cuban, champion that's been champion forever too.
Yep. I mean, Mel went up and fought Canelo. He didn't get stopped like that. He got up and kept fighting. Danny stopped. He quit. They threw in the towel.
Yeah, man. He took that that dreaded Puerto Rican knee.
Yeah, but this a good card, man. I like Mel. Wait, I ain't even seen the dude he fighting. Who is this cat?
They didn't announce an
On the other
opponent.
card.
They didn't announce an
They ain't
opponent for
announced an opponent
Mel.
yet?
For Mel, but if you're talking about Maul, he's fighting Thomas Lamana.
I need to do some research on that boy because I ain't really
Watch the
heard of him.
Mendoza fight so you can have a good opinion of him. He fought Brian Mendoza that knocked out Fundura.
Okay. Yeah, well, hopefully, Maul can take care of business because, yeah, we got the C plant. That nigga slap. I don't even know what's going on. Maul let him slap him like that, maybe because he was wrong. But, yeah, bro, I don't know. He went out like a sucker right there. I know the nigga ain't scared, but he smacked shit out your ass. I guess he thought he was bluffing. He wasn't expecting it. Caught his ass off
He
guard.
just wasn't he wasn't in the right mindset. Everybody knew Charlo wasn't who he he wasn't in the right mindset.
Yeah, he probably deserved it. He said he was pulling on the man beard and shit. I mean, at that point, he did what he had to do. He tried to punch the nigga and slap him. Hey, but shit, I got you, Ness. That's a good fight though. But I think Maul can stop playing. That'll be a good
You
trap
may
though.
feel like it's your time,
All right, man. I'm gonna
but
holler
it's
at
not
y'all,
your
chat.
time.
I got you, Ness.
You the man, champ. You the man. We got Chad. What it do?
Ness,
Chad.
using Twitter again. So hopefully it works.
Sound good.
Okay, good. Anyway, first of all, Torres Jr. and the Guido fight. I'm stoked for that fight. I'm surprised more people aren't commenting about it. Really, what do you think? I think Guido. I mean, a lot of people complain about Torres Jr.'s opponents up to this point, and I think we can generally say that. I mean, it's top ranked. They've been kind of bringing him along slowly. So I think Guido's the first authentic, real challenge he's had since turning pro. I'm stoked to see how it goes. So I'm looking forward to that. And honestly, I'm not sure what to expect from that fight. Have you got an opinion on that one?
On Torres and Guido, I mean, I'm picking definitely Torres. I feel like Guido's a good, decent boxer, but that pressure of Torres is different, and he's punching. So I don't know that Guido could take that power. That's what we're gonna have to see.
Yeah, I mean, Torres, his energy levels are crazy, right? So for sure. But yeah, Mel Charlo, how long has it been since that Canelo fight now? Do you know offhand?
Yeah, I keep these counters on these guys. So for Mr. Charlo, it's been 551 days. He matches Lubin, by the way. Remember, Lubin was the undercard. They both are equally been out of the ring 551 days, while the winner has been out 551 days. The loser in Jesus Ramos has already had 2 fights.
So I'll say this, at this point, he's been inactive so long, right? But in a lot of ways, I kind of agree that he is still the man to beat at 54, like the lineal champ. He when he fought Rosario,
how can you be the man to beat? You almost got 2 years out the ring. How are you gonna be the man to beat?
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. At this point, this is what I have to say. At this point, it's too much inactivity, right? I agree. But what I'm saying is, like the ring, they took his belt because he went up to fight Canelo, which I don't fully agree with because I think if you vacate the division, a weight division, then fine. But just one fight out of the division,
I think it was warranted. Look at what he's done.
You think so?
I mean, look at what he's done since the fight. He hasn't even come back. Why would we want the division held up because this guy's licking his wounds? You know what I'm saying? He went to war and that's cool, but you're physically unable to fight, so we're gonna wait and give out a bunch of interims? Nah.
Yeah, no, I'm just talking about the ring belt and the lineal title, right? The fact that he would be the man to beat, but
Oh,
at this
yeah,
point,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
right.
I mean, no, he's still the lineal. I mean, he has to breathe life into that. Remember, nobody gave a fuck about Tyson Fury's lineal status, but he came back. I'm the lineal champ. I'm the man that beat the man. You guys are all bums. You're not the real champ. I'm the real champ. I beat Vlad. That's different. Charlo, if he stays
Yeah,
quiet and doesn't say anything, no one knows that he's still the real champ.
yeah. It's the inactivity combined with not fighting just not fighting anybody that anyone cares about too. That's a problem as well, right? But
Yes,
this
sir.
is a good fight. Lara and him is a good fight. So anyway, the point is I'm excited to see if how he'll look and how Lara will deal with him. I'm interested in that fight, even though I didn't think I would be, but I think that'll be a good card with that on the undercard. But I don't know. That's all I got to say, really, Ness. I'll keep listening, man. Thanks.
You are the man. Salute Chad, Canada. Stand up. Shout out to all the international callers. We need y'all to call in, man. We need more international calls to call in and say what country you're calling from. That is always amazing to see how far and how big the show has gotten. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. It's going to help with the visibility and maybe get us some more international listeners that become callers. Let's see. Real quick, let me get to these super chats. Ricky Dicky, $5. He said, quote unquote, my boy Turkey, but he out here streaming fights illegally. Laugh out loud. These are the people that support Turkey. We got James Benitez with another fat $50 super chat.
Meow.
Counterpunch, CYP, can call in again. Get your money up. Hot Hands, $2. James Benitez versus CYP 2025. 9 thumbs up. Uh-oh, OC. OC, you losing your fight. OC losing the fight, man. James hyping it up more for himself. Phone lines are open. We going out to Discord. Al in the Bay.
Yo.
What up?
So, hey, man, it's good to see the Charlos back again, man, in the ring. Man, it was getting depressing for them, man. Like, when you so high on the pedestal of boxing and then, you just fall off. Um, you know, it's good to see brothers get back boxing again instead of going through. I'm not trying to be sensitive because we know we all got problems in our lives and we don't know exactly what problems that they had in their lives, but it must have been like tremendous because it's kind of like one brother had a problem and he couldn't get back in the ring, and then the other brother had a problem and he couldn't get back in the ring. And PBC, they kind of shells boxers every now and then, so we never know exactly what happened. It could have been a little bit of both. They both had some problems in their lives, and PBC wasn't trying to make them another fight or something. It's all weird going on over there on the PBC. You'll see a fighter be out almost a year. You'll see a fighter being out 2 years. You'll see a fighter being out 3 years. And it's like, why these PBC fighters ain't fighting? You feel me? You know, Earl Spence still haven't came back since that Crawford fight. You feel me? So it's weird over there on the P side, huh?
What are you asking me about the PBC side?
I said it's weird over there by the PBC side, man. It's just you know we need to figure out what's going on. Why these people ain't getting fights? You feel me?
I mean, it looks like they're getting back active now, champ. You got Jamal back,
Yeah.
you got Jermell back, you got Laura back in action. You know,
Yeah.
shit, they getting back active. They might be having something cooking.
Yeah. So, um, hopefully, because people want to see these fighters, fight. But we all understand, there's a business side of boxing and there's a sports side of boxing. So, the money gotta be right and the fight gotta be right. But it's good seeing them back in action, man. Uh yeah, if Jamal wins and he fight Plant, I think that would be a good fight, man. That's a well overdue fight. Uh, you know, Jamel shake off the rust. What he's gonna look like. You feel me? I can't wait to see him back in action. And Laura, man, he's a champ, man. It'd be good to see him at least once a year, fighting, so as a champ. So yeah, man, PBC needs to start getting things right and start getting these fighters active so we can see them and start rooting for them even more. And that kind of boosts, what they trying to do for ticket sales. Because if you don't see nobody, ain't nobody gonna come out to see you. You feel me? So that's my call, man. PBC, man, get it right.
You the man, champ. Appreciate you. Don't forget to not act stingy with that thumbs up button. Paper Chase with the $2 says, for my call, Lions only. Paper Chase, you don't gotta pay for the free call, champ. That's all free. $5 though, that's a counterpunch if you want to come back and if you got something left on your mind, you want to get off your chest, and you feel like you didn't say everything that needed to be said, then you can certainly do a $5 counterpunch via Cash App or Super Chat or Zelle. Just put the word counterpunch or CP and just put CP for Paper Chase. Bands, what up?
Yo,
Yo.
hey, if my connection go off, just go away from me because I'm driving. But yeah, man, the face of boxing is back. I don't really know how to feel about the rematch. Personally, I want to see a pit bull rematch.
Ooh, you driving through a bad service area, Twigs. I mean, what's that, Bands? Okay. Yeah. We'll certainly take your call when you come on back. Mr. Negativo. Alex. Vega. Alex. And that's a no-no. Trying you again.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good morning, man. Me and James definitely are friends, man. I got a lot of respect for him. But this CYP obsession's got to stop. Like, it's extremely weird. The man literally said he bet CYP, right? And he was in his corner. I think he walked him out and everything.
What?
This man defending. Yo, he walked him out. Yo, the man's been defending CYP on the back call for months. You know what I'm saying? We be in the back call back when CYP was back there. He hasn't been back there really since the fight. But you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, right, CYP or want to validate every point. And now because CYP said a couple mean things, now he's pretending that he's got beef with him. And then one talk about, oh yeah, no more. Oh, I'm cutting his call off. And then throws another 50 to be like, okay, you can talk. Because you know why? He feels bad. He knows he loves that man. The obsession, like it's basically just leading that man on to just keep supporting him in every way he can. So the shit is disgusting. It's gross. And you're my friend, James, but the shit got to stop. On to the topic. Yeah, like I said before, to see Tank come back quick, try to right that wrong. That's what I like to see, man. And then we got the undercard Lara, Charlo. I'm assuming many people are assuming it's a collision course. That's what I would think. But Charlo has been pretty adamant saying that the king of 154 is back, and like basically he's gonna show everyone he's still on that throne. So we'll see how that goes. But I think it would make sense, especially with the history and being out for so long. And then he moved up his last fight, right? Up 2 weight classes. So it would make sense. Come back and establish yourself in a new division and 1 division below from your last fight. So yeah, man, I like to see it. PBC, let's get active, man. That's what PBC's got a lot of good fighters, a huge roster, or it used to be filled with over 100 fighters. Currently, I think it's kind of unknown. But yeah, man, let's get to it. To the previews and predictions. Listen, I love this fight for what's his name, Richard Torrez. I've never been a believer in him as a pro. I've hated the opponents they've been matching him up with. But I'm not gonna lie, the Olympic background, the top level amateur skills, he finally flashed it or showed it for long periods of time when he fought Joey DeWaco, man. He was finally putting them angles that people have been telling me, like, nah, he's good. I never watched him in the amateurs, but I definitely saw a fighter that I think definitely could put some that I could put some stock into. I don't think I saw the last fight when he fought the blown up Mexican dude that fought Jermaine Franklin. What's his name? Isaac Munoz. But Guido, a guy that a lot of people were screaming, man, Top Rank needs to cut. Top Rank needs to cut. And since then, I thought he edged out F.A. Ajagba fight. And then he went ahead and beat the crap out of Arslan. So he's definitely trending up. And so, for them to make this matchup, it's like, wow, they really believe in Torrez. We said it once, we said it twice, we said it a million times. Top Rank has the best matchmakers in the game, right? So definitely, if I'm going to put money, it's going to be on Torrez because Top Rank obviously knows Guido. Guido I believe he goes to the Top Rank gym. He's been around the organization. They've been matching him up. They know what he does well and what he doesn't. So they know with Torrez. What happened with Jared, how Jared decided to go off. And basically, now he's lost, and now we see how he's, his last fight looking uninspired. They're not going to want to lose this opportunity to Richard Torrez. America is starving for the next heavyweight champion, right? That weight class has so much potential money to be earned. There's no way they're going to risk Richard Torrez. I mean, something has to go terribly wrong, or it has to be a huge oversight. So I definitely got to pick Richard Torrez. The undercard is nice. I'm not huge on a lot of these guys. I know I've seen Art before. I've seen Zamora. I remember the last full fight I saw of him against Caleb Plant Benavidez on the card. I'm sorry, Benavidez Caleb. But yeah, man, that little Dolpha versus Elvis. Elvis hasn't really been that inspiring since siding with Top Rank. He actually went 10 rounds with Kendo, which we just saw Tiger stop him. A guy just moving up in weight. Meanwhile, Lindolfo, his last fight, man, who did he fight? It was a decent guy, and I believe he got him out of there. I know he's got Carlos Sanchez out of there, who I've seen Carlos Sanchez on Pro Box. So Lindolfo, he did have that tough fight with Brian Flores. I think he's Costa Rican or Mexican as well. But yeah, no, I think it's a great fight. It's hard to pick. I think maybe Elvis, maybe he's working on some things, right? That's what makes it tough. While Lindolfo's been stepping up in competition, that's just a 50-50 fight. But I want to lean Elvis, but I'm not sure. And there's another man. I think with what's his name, Abdullah. Man, that Cabrera fight, I was excited to see it. He fell off for whatever reason, and now we get this guy. So it's another showcase, a guy they're bringing up in weight. And man, there's one more fight because I know the time is running. I can't remember, but it's a decent fight, bro. Come on, help me out here, man. Oh, Jahai Tucker versus Troy Williamson. I think that's going to be a banger, man. Jahai likes to rumble, and Troy doesn't really use his feet. He needs you to be there, so I think there's going to be hands thrown in that fight, and that's a good one. I think that's a fight that a lot of people should to check out. The Heights has always been all action, always been good TV, and that's what we want to see on undercards, man. But yeah, man, that's my call.
You may
Shout out
feel
to the
like it's your time,
yeah,
but it's not
DBV
your
baby.
time.
All right, all right. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. Help me, help you, help us get some visibility, which could potentially get us new faithful listeners that may get the courage to call in. It's not easy. But if you think it's easy, the link is in the live chat. It's pinned to the top, and I'm going to go ahead and spam the bottom. Uh-oh. Ryan, Boxing Talk up north on the check-in. What up, champ?
What's good? What's going on, Ness?
Oh, man, nothing, man. Another day, another podcast.
Yo, lots of good news. I mean, Tank
Great
Davis.
news. Boxing in a good place this year, man.
Yo, honestly, I was saying that, and it's been in a good place for a long time, Ness. But it's just you always had them people saying boxing was dead. And the highest paid athletes every year on the Forbes list, we always got one or two. So it's like, how is boxing dead when we got all these guys getting paid? But it's propaganda. That's all it is. But yeah, I'm excited for Richard Torrez.
Yeah, man, he's an action-packed fighter. He's certainly, I guess, is he the? Well, Joe Joyce is there too this weekend versus Hergovich.
Yeah, Hergovich. Yeah.
So is that the fight of the weekend? Which one is the television pick of this weekend?
I don't know, because Herkovich and Joyce, they both coming in shaky. Like, we don't know how they're gonna be.
Yeah.
They didn't. Joyce.
You're right. You're right. I want to pick Joyce over Hergovich, but he's taking some beatings. Hergovich just is lazy, and that could be fixed.
Yeah. You're right.
That could be fixed. He just got to work out more. He gets tired. He just got to work out
exactly.
more. He's got to want it a little bit more. Maybe that loss to change that mentally for him, and he gives you a better camp. Like Zhang,
right.
He was when he fought Jerry Forrest, he got the knock for being a gassed out fighter, and then he tried his best to change that.
Yeah.
So where my Australians at, man? I've been checking my stats on the podcast more than the YouTube because I feel like, even though I should be talking YouTube because you guys are like live on YouTube, but whatever, it don't matter. It's all one audience, and the point is, a lot of Australians listening to the show, but I don't got no Australians calling in like that. So where
they're not calling in.
Nah, they're not calling in.
What time is it over there? Maybe time zone.
Oh yeah, it's a different time. Damn, you're smart. That's right, because right now our set. You're on the east, so your 10 a.m. is their 10 at night, essentially.
Yeah.
So they're downloading the episode, so they listen, but it's harder for them to call in unless, they're gonna be up late. But what about Spain? What time zone is that on? We're pretty huge.
It might not be as different as us.
Spain and Australia over to Canada. I used to be, top three was United States, United Kingdom, and Canada. But Australia and Spain coming in hard. But I don't hear nobody calling in from España. Where y'all at, man?
Nice. Yeah, man.
Need y'all
Spaniards. Yeah, man. I don't even know Spanish boxers outside of Sandor Martin. So, like, we need to hear about some guys.
Where they at?
But yeah, man. Shout out to Torres, man. I don't know if you know him and my dad or senior. They fought in the amateurs, bro.
What?
Torres senior, and my dad. They fought in the amateurs.
It's so crazy how humble you are, bro. You're like entwined into the sport. Your dad is an official somebody. I might have to interview that guy. I'm gonna do some research. We might have to set up an interview with your dad, bro. That's crazy. How much he's done.
Yeah, I remember they fought.
So what's your goal, bro? What the hell? What are you gonna do?
You know how, like, honestly, Ness, like, this is what I talk about with people. Like, some people talk about struggle. I talk about, like, when your parents are too accomplished pressure. Like, you ever hear about that? Like, my dad
no, for sure.
was an Olympian, and he coached 2 Olympic teams here. So like Olympics was big to me. But like I didn't understand how big Olympics was to the world. So like when people start looking at me as the athlete, they're like, "Oh, he gonna be an Olympian. He gonna be just like his dad." Like,
Damn, they
and
put
I'm
the
like,
pressure on my boy.
yeah, I'm like, damn, like, whoa. When you grow up and you're like, oh shoot, like Olympics is top of the top. Like those are the best athletes of the world. So it's like, damn. But like, shout out to my brother. He trying to do it. Yeah, he trying to
Shout
do it.
out to Joshua. He's 15-0 now.
He 12. He getting ready to fight. Yeah, in May.
When y'all gonna
It's coming
cross
up here.
that water, man? What's going
He want.
on? You
Yeah,
know
I
I
know,
hooked
man.
y'all up, man, and I know y'all got offered the fight. What is
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah, man.
Why
Yeah,
y'all don't
hopefully
want
we
some of
can-
this American television? Get some of this the zone, man.
Yeah, we need that smoke
Some of this
still.
pro box, man.
I think we want a Commonwealth title, man. That's what he wants.
Okay.
I mean, we're in the UK realm.
I just feel like with all the connections you've been able to make and who your dad is, I don't know why he's staying stuck in not stuck, but I mean only building your brother in Canada.
Ness, look at his dimensions: 6'3", southpaw. He's athletic.
There's some people that'll give you a fight for sure.
Yeah, but
It's
not
just
against
maybe
their
a
guy,
tougher
right?
fight. What is he? 54?
He's 54. Yeah.
You definitely got to get in the mix, bro. That's a popping division right now. Listen, I got CYP. James
Salute
paid for the
CYP.
counterpunch and paid to, unblock him. Woke him up with the smelling salt.
Unblock him.
Yo,
Yo, you blocked him?
Y'all don't realize something, man. Y'all remember? Ness remember this shit. It was years ago. I used to threaten motherfuckers. I say, man, if y'all really want me up out of here, pay $50. I'll leave right now. Pay $50. This is way before I created this knockout, and niggas would never do it. Never do it. So when I started thinking, I said, man, if I create this knockout shit, it's gonna do a couple of things. It'll make them put their money where their mouth is, and it'll show y'all, if y'all really don't fuck with me, get me up out of here. But at least it'll give niggas the money for when I'm gone, because I bring money to the show. So you pay $50 to get me up out of here, at least that's $50, but the niggas are still getting paid for their time. See, a lot of y'all don't know. There's two sides of me, yo. I am a villain, but I'm also a nice guy. And when Mike left this motherfucker over $5, I was pissed off because I fuck with Mike. So in my mind, I've been trying to make more money for this fucking show. So when you get hosts like 702, you could pay him. When you get hosts like Two Tone, you could pay him. Because y'all don't keep it real with Ness. This show is about everybody. The host, Ness, the callers, everybody keeps this motherfucking show going. Everybody keeps this motherfucker going for 6 hours so y'all can get through y'all work day. But some of y'all don't keep it 1,000. What we doing now? What we doing now?
You know what he did, man. He set you up.
Of course.
He only wanted you to get a minute.
King. You can't beat the king with his own sword. You can't.
Yo, James is mean. James said, give him a minute and cut his ass off. Yo, James.
Yo, that's wild. That's wild.
And look, he was saying some good shit, man. We needed the community to hear that, man. We do need to keep our hosts satisfied, man. Listen. James, you funny. Trizzy.
Yo, man. That's wild.
Yo, how James gonna pay to get him back just to shut him up again? Y'all funny. Y'all too funny. That's too much. Y'all crazy.
Yo, y'all funny as hell, man. Funny as hell. Yo, hey, I appreciate the show, Ness. I just called. You said y'all need more international callers, man.
That's right.
I live in the
You
UK.
in the UK,
currently.
right?
No, not right now. I'm in Spain right now.
Oh wow!
And then Monday. Huh?
I said you ain't you just traveling to Spain or you moved just because I remember you was in the UK.
Yeah. I'm taking a little vacation in Spain. Okay. Then on Monday I'm going to like Kenya. I get around a little bit. Hey, but I just want to say I'm enjoying the show, man. And I don't think the Charlo brothers gonna make it back. I mean, they say they will, but you know what I mean? I just think they got too much going on mentally. So we shall see. We shall see. But I'm enjoying the show, man. Don't stop. I appreciate what you're doing. TBV for life. Peace.
Appreciate that, man.
You the man.
Stamping them passports.
Word.
Kenya.
Damn,
Kenya's beautiful. I heard
you
that.
been?
Nah, I want to go, bro. I got a lot of African fellows up here, man. They tell me like Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria. Like they're like, yo, you gotta come, man. I gotta go to the motherland, man.
James is a fool. Let me drop them bombs for James. Salute Atlanta. Stand up. 702.
Yo. How's
Oh,
audio?
he connected with first shot out the bat. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day.
It's going to be a good day, champ.
How are you, man? Good morning.
Good morning. Ryan, how are you?
Yeah, 702. What's good, my guy?
Yes, sir.
The exotics over there.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So we got a tank fight, huh?
That's what it's looking like, according to Salvador Rodriguez, on June 21st, right here in Las Vegas. Tank and Roach, the rematch number 2. We'll get the rematch. Then we'll get Jermell Charlo, the return of Jermell Charlo, who's been out the ring for 551 days as of today. Plus the return of Erislandy Lara, last seen making Danny Garcia take that Puerto Rican knee.
That's going to be a good fight right there.
Oh, they're not fighting each other. They're not fighting each other. Separate bouts. Separate bouts.
Undercard, right?
Undercard. Yeah, we're going to get a I guess it was triple header?
Yep.
Okay.
So, how long Spence been out?
Oh,
he's been out 500 days.
Spence has been out 614 days. As of today, 614 days.
Man.
Nah, honestly, I think it might be over.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we already talked about it. If I'm Spence, I'm taking that vacation right now. When shit hit the fan, I want to be on international waters. I'm just letting you know, man. I'm letting you know right now. Let them hit me on the bat phone like, yo. I'm like, yep, drop that bitch right in the ocean. So,
yeah.
Fuck that.
Shout out to Spence, though.
Yeah.
Shit,
you ain't lying.
Yeah, shout out. I hope he all right, because that shit looking crazy.
Oh, Lord.
Javier Oliveras, member for 10 months on that prospect level. Shout out to you, Javier. 2 more months. You got a year rocking out with TBV. What good fight for Lara and Charlo you like? Okay. So I'm gonna just go with what the rumors been. Lara should be fighting the number 1, the new Cuban assassin, Yonelis. Is it Yonelis? Let me see what the series say. But she gonna fuck
Yoelis?
I think it's
the Cuban guy.
Yoenis.
Yoenis.
Because it's got an E there. Not Tellus. No.
Oh, okay.
The other one that is at 160.
Oh, yeah. Okay, got
you. I think you're right. Yoenis. He's 7-0.
Yonelli. Yeah. I think it's Yoenelis. I don't know. But Hernandez, bro, the cocky looking motherfucker. He just as dark as Lara, but he punching, man. He punching through brick walls, bro. This dude's literally in camp right now with Canelo and has been in camp with Canelo for like the last 5 days. This is a bad box rate. Let me see if I can find his IG. This box rate looks sad.
Word. Shoot,
he
been training with Canelo.
He was looking hungry in that IG picture. in that box rate.
The box rate. Some box rates be nasty work.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
is this his official? Oh, this might be his old Instagram. This just he ain't posted since 2023. So this old, but yeah, this don't look good either. 3 years ago he looked hungry too. But it's all right. Fuck it. You know, that shows the struggle where he had to come from. You feel me?
Yeah, facts.
I was just trying to show him shine, and but hey, it is what it is. This is Yoenis or Yonelli. I think it's Yonelli. I think the E is silent. You go straight to the end, so it's Yonelli Hernandez, not Martinez. So yeah, he doesn't have a great pick. He looks so much bigger than this. This is funny to see that 2 years ago he was this thin, though, right? I felt like his last fight, he looked Canelo wide in terms of the fucking shoulders and shit and back. But
yeah, when you get with the right team, for sure, you definitely start growing real fast.
So that's who I want for Lara and for That's what I want for Lara. And as far as Charlo deserves whatever he wants. It's a comeback. You know, he's been out of the ring, what we said,
500 and
551
something.
days as of today. So, you know, you could give Charlo whatever he wants. If he's on some Earl Spence shit, he don't do tune-ups, then don't do no tune-ups. If he is, then, hey, man, holla at Cordell Booker, man. Then I think they might have fought already, and I know he just got knocked out, but I'm just saying, like, that's the level that he may be looking for if he doesn't want the top. I don't know. Did he fight Gachet? I know one of the did he fight the Gachet?
I don't think it was Mel that fought him.
Because that's a tough little tune-up. No disrespect to Gachet. I'm sorry, but you know what I mean. He's going to be, Charlo will be the favorite. It's up to Gachet to get the upset. Yeah, it don't look like he fought any of the Charlos, bro. So, yeah, maybe they'll do Gachet.
Yep.
But Gachet did move up. That ain't going to work.
I think he's at 60.
Yeah, he's at 60. He's at 60. That ain't going to work. But technically, he's ranked at 54. Maybe he could come back down. I don't know. But we got my girl, Brooklyn Barwick, the big deal. What up?
She said she got a fight coming up, Brooklyn.
I'm pretty sure.
Yes, sir.
What up?
Who you got? Tank versus Roach 2. Who you got?
Roach.
Damn, why are we against each other on this one?
He swayed you, ain't it?
Yeah, I mean, Tank probably going to win, but you feel me? Roach deserved the win, so I'm just kind of hoping, you know, he gets what he deserved the last time. That was a knockdown, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, yeah, well, I've never seen that in boxing. Like, there were some people that were trying to argue, being like, oh, in the amateurs, you could take a knee. Yeah, bitch, this is pro. It's at Barclays. And, like, the Grease shit, personally, as a female, weak shit. But I do have Tank winning. My personal opinion, this is Brooklyn Barwick's opinion, not anybody else's. He just went through some tough shit during camp. In personal life, that gets clouded in your head. Trust me, I'm a fighter. I can vouch for that shit that's happened to me. But I think he is coming back hungry because man's already back in camp, has been already back in camp. And who the fuck knows? Maybe this time Tank will take it out of his asshole and just finally get so enraged that he'll knock Roach out. Nothing against Lamont, but, like, there's levels to this shit, and Lamont, like, he's getting up there, but he ain't at Tank's level yet. So, respect from Big Deal.
Like, again, I'm not trying to be a bandwagon fan or nothing crazy like that, but it just felt like he had Tank's number, man. I mean, you know, he was countering Tank. Like, I don't know what is he gonna do different? He's not a high output puncher. You know, Roach obviously could take his power. And he's not intimidated. Like, all the things that make Tank ain't work for Roach. Like, I'm not saying they not going to work in a second fight. He obviously could hit that button and he goes to sleep. But, like, we have to admit, he took the power. And he was walking he was walking the bully down and countering him. Like, he might be faster than Tank. Like, I'm not trying to be a fucking oracle and think that Lamont is going to win. I feel like he might have that man number, though.
I mean, like, I'm not going to say some things that I know on stream, but, like, I mean, this is just, it's a big buildup between the two. Let's just put it at that. Like, and boxing world is small. So that's another point. Put two and two together. Them two, they know of each other very well. Very well. And also, if y'all were in New York,
I mean, I don't know what you insinuating, but there's no fighter that's gonna take a draw to build the rematch. I'm not blemishing my record for a bigger check in the second fight.
No. That's not what I was insinuating.
Okay.
No, they know each other, like, personally. That's what I was saying. Like, the boxing world is too small. So basically, this is, again, I live in New York. I know the reporters in New York. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only, motherfucking Roach was shitting himself the whole fight week and then finally got his footing in the ring. So understandable.
Yeah,
But
he certainly
Big
did
Deal loves
not.
a good underdog.
He certainly did
Big Deal loves.
not. Certainly did not look to be shitting himself at any of those press conferences
Yeah.
during any
You
of
don't
those
think so?
interviews.
No,
No,
he's told Tank that
no,
he's here.
no,
He's like,
I thought so. I
no.
looked in that man's
Nah, he
eyes.
would
I
tell
was
him,
like, this man
you
is
better be.
scared.
Yeah, he wasn't letting Tank doing any of the antics that Tank likes to do at press conferences.
I didn't
Push
see
guys
any
around.
of that.
Even Tank had a lot of respect for Roach. I feel like more than none.
Hell yeah.
Well, yeah, the mom comment I felt like was respectful because, like, I don't want my mom watching me get beat up either. So
No, but outside of that comment, he wasn't talking about his woman or nothing.
Does it?
Yeah. It was pretty respectful.
Nah.
And that's the edge that he lost. Normally he's talking about you. Normally he's the bully. Normally he's taking shots at your lady. And he lost that edge because he don't got that with Lamont. And when he tried it, like, oh, I thought he was from the city. He not really from the city. Lamont shut that shit down too. So it's like Lamont is witty enough to meet him at every sentence. And Tank ain't the most prolific motherfucker anyway.
Well, also, Tank was on probation, I feel like.
What that got to do with anything?
Tank was dealing with shit outside of the ring. Tank was dealing with shit outside of the ring because, like,
Brooklyn, you out here making excuses. No, we hear you. I'm just saying, Brooklyn making excuses. I don't know. I don't know because you feel nostalgic because the fight took place at the Barclays Center or what?
Yo, I'm just saying, as a fighter, Ness, like, outside shit affects in-ring activities. That's all I was putting out there, my dude.
Huge.
Yo, look at these comments.
Like, he had mad shit going on. Let's just put it at that.
Nah, we don't want to hear that though. We don't want to hear that. Nah, fuck all that. I don't believe that, Ness.
But that's reality.
Because like when you get through the ring, when you get through the ropes, it don't matter about nothing else but who's in front of you. It don't matter. Because that person will take your head off.
Let me address this comment here because we need to teach people how to be boxing fans. Shiny Suit says, quote unquote, we don't want this fight. So he's quoting me in the first Lamont Roach Tank fight build-up.
Oh, yeah.
And he puts crying, then he puts crying emoji, crying out loud emoji, and I guess, I don't know what type of face that is. But then he says, now you respect Roach. That's a true boxing fan. See, a troll, which you seem to be, you're showing your true colors. A troll would not respect Roach and say Roach didn't win, claim Roach didn't get a knockout, claim Tank is the greatest in the world. But a true boxing fan, he sees, I picked Tank. He did not beat Roach. I respect Roach. His skill set showed. He shined. How is that being hypocritical? No, you're supposed to give the boxer respect for doing what you thought he wouldn't do. How could I not be a fan of that man? He proved me wrong. He did what I thought he wouldn't do. Y'all just don't know how to be fans, man. It's sad. So we're going to time you out so you could be in the corner with the dunce hat and learn. You got to learn. You can't just learn how to be a fan. Huh?
Yeah, and it's called winning someone over.
That's called a meat writer. That's a meat writer because, like, in actual reality, like, if Roach knocks out Tank, yo, he's getting my fucking allegiance. Like, I love a good underdog. Like, earn my respect.
Exactly.
Type shit. Like, come on.
But what if he just beats him? Why does he gotta knock him out? What if Roach just beats Tank?
I mean, for me, like, I feel like Tank is an actual, like, fucking, like, army tank. That's why he got his fucking nickname. So, if somebody in this lifetime knocks out that Tank, yo, respect.
Yeah, they're getting all credit.
I'm not even gonna front. I was going for Ryan versus Ryan and Tank. Like, bro, Tank is a troll. Tank is that dude. But at the same time, what comes up must come down. So if Tank comes down,
I think that's human nature. I think that's human nature. See, like you're literally saying you want to see him lose, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I wonder
I'm not praying on his downfall, but like,
I know you're not. I know you're not. You're just talking about, you want to see him take one loss. I get it. People wanted that from Mayweather. They would say they want to see him be humbled. I don't know why we get upset when someone is winning for too long. It goes from rooting. It goes from us rooting for you to now, like Mayweather said, paying to see you lose. But Brooklyn, thank you for calling in. I do got to get to
Thank
some.
you for
Let
having
me
me,
make sure.
broski.
Actually, you could keep talking. We ain't got nobody with their hand requested at the moment. So if you got anything else, what's up with your fight?
Yo, okay, so it's April 26th. It might be first week of May. We're gonna do the social media promotion on my Instagram. You know where to find me in like a few days. We're just finalizing all the back end stupid freaking boxing business shit, guys. I never thought I had to be in a boardroom as an athlete, but yeah, I gotta be in boardrooms now. I gotta talk for myself.
There you go, champ.
But yeah, no. Besides that, like actual like getting ready for the fight, like the shit that I have to do beyond the business, like I feel ready. Like I got 7 more pounds. That's a fucking bath. Like I'm good. I'm Gucci.
Let's
Like
go.
I'ma just honestly like I'm going to Top Rank in like 4 days. I'm gonna just honestly, once I get out to Vegas, just sit, chill, fucking get off that 7 pounds like a bit earlier than what I did the last fight, and then just like keep working. Like there, every day for me, it's like at least 4 hours or 3 to 4 hours of training. Everything else is like random. So that's kind of what like how my training camp has been.
That's what's
Nice,
up. Lock in
salute.
with lock in with Ness when you come out here to Vegas. I'll shoot you a video, make you a
I've
good
been
video.
trying. Yo, he
Yeah.
has a whole ass studio. And the last time I was out here for training camp, I was like, Ness, can we do an interview? Left on red. I was like, damn, man.
Nah, remember what month was that? I think I was out the country. Remember, I was out the country for
You
a
were
whole
out the country.
for a
Then
whole
you were
month.
talking to Bones. Then you were like, you were doing mad shit. But like, it was fine because
And
it
then
was
I had
during
that
Morel
event,
fight
you
week
know,
too.
I had my amateur event, which you ain't even show up to because you went to Brooklyn. But look, yeah, I'll get with you. I'll get with you because 702 is willing to go shoot it, and he'll get the
Wherever
footage
you
and we're
at.
working. Yeah. But
Whatever gym
I'll
you at.
pull
Oh my
up. I'll
God,
pull up so we can
yes.
finally meet in person, though. I'm
Oh
available
yeah.
now.
Yo, the fans of the Boxing Voice, comment down below. Do you want to see a Big Deal X the Boxing Voice collab on Instagram? A bunch of shorts. Comment down below. Give that little like, and if you're in the Twitter space, retweet the space, or you're a fake hoe. Thanks.
Fake hoe. Big deal. I'm about to call you the man, but you the woman. Salute.
Bitch, I got a bigger dick than all of y'all. Yeah, I'm the
Whoa.
man.
Hey,
Okay.
go get
Okay.
that flagged.
Word.
Hey, shout out to
Let
Brooklyn.
me see here. We got a couple super chats to get to. Castor Shell, $5. Charlo's in their mid-30s, coming off of typical PBC inactivity. Y'all want Junkie Mel and Jermell hasn't fought at 154 in it's not 3 years. It's technically 551 days. He's not lineal. Yo, look at the exaggeration. 3 years. That's wild.
Jesus.
We got Giza channel with the fat $20. Drop a bomb for the dub. And he says, April 11th, Cuban boxing night in Havana, Cuba. 3 Cuban flag emojis. First professional boxing event in Cuba in 60 years. That's what I read today. So, history being made. 100 emoji, flex emoji, Cuban flag emoji. Great fights on the card, too. Shout out Hernandez. Cuban flag emoji, 160 takeover, baby. Yeah, if he beats Lara, it's on. Giza channel, $5 more. Grand Rising TBV, also another great weekend of boxing. 100 emoji, boxing glove emoji. What happened to Flas, Puerto Rican flag? I was so excited to see him. Me too, bro. That one fucked up the Pro Box card, truthfully. Torrez versus Guido, American flag emoji, and the Italian flag emoji, about to be a movie. Yeah, let's see. This is Torres's, step up, so to speak. Another known name. Does he flatten him like he does the lesser opposition is what we're looking to see. OC is the boss. $10. Give me all the mother effing Anthony Ford, Karma Surge, and definitely Mr. Quitter CYP. P. But I'll take CYP first. Laugh out loud. Operation Shut Him Down, the supreme athlete. Oh, yeah, CYP. We can put whatever on it. 3 money bag emojis. Hot Hands Boxing, $2. James versus CYP or OC versus CYP? Can we get a poll? Pristine Sports Networks, $2. Got my dog eating swoles on lock. Hashtag free Shiny. Hand on face emoji. Man, Shiny need to learn that boxing fans need to give credit to the winner, especially when they pick the opposite person. That's the issue. That's why boxers hate us, because it's like, you build the motherfucker up. Y'all built up De Los Santos, so to speak, and then Shakur beats him, and y'all make Shakur the villain. I mean, I was part of that. I'm not saying I wasn't part of that. I'm just saying this how fucked up the sport is.
Yeah,
yeah.
You
know, he gonna knock you out. You get the win, and we like, man, that shit was boring as hell. You fuck out of here. You fuck. You know what I'm saying? We nasty, bro. Boxing fans are nasty.
Yeah.
Rayo.
Not nice.
Hey, TBV.
What it
Let's
do?
go. Shout out the community. Just wanted to do an early morning check-in before I get to it. Shout out the whole panel too. Homeboy 702 and whoever else is tagging along. Hey, man, nothing more. I just want to chime in and say, yeah, I agree. You know, this is the only sport, me being a fairly recent fan, it's the only sport where I see they belittle opposition. And I understand it. Some people have emotional connection to the fighter, you know, whether it's you know them or they're from your city or something. So repping them, you know, some people get a little bit too passionate. But hey, that's all I got. In terms of this weekend's fights, bro, what are we looking forward to though? Because me personally, I'm only looking for. I only know of that. I think there's a top rank card, and I think Joey Spencer versus Goo. Is there anything else besides that?
Yeah, you got the Joyce card.
Queensberry's debut on the Zone.
Yep.
On Saturday.
Yep.
Okay, that's nice. That's probably gonna be Saturday morning too. So I'm with it. But yeah, man, that's all I got. TBV. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
So if you're a YouTube member and or a Patreon, don't forget we're going to be getting Kevin Newman the second on the show. He's coming off of that win in March, I believe 22nd or 29th. Him and Shamar Canal, 2 DHP fighters, both picked up wins in the 68-pound division, 168-pound division, that is. This is the guy that Devin Haney was trying to match Gabe Rosado up with when they had that little back and forth, beef and whatnot.
Right. He's a 68-pounder, right?
Yes, he is. 168.
Yeah. I think he also put his name in for the Caleb Plant fight.
Yep.
He's like he called him out. Plant. Yeah. Shout out to him. That's what you're supposed to do, man.
Caleb Plant fight. So if you want to ask him a question, rather than being like, Ness, why you ain't asking him this? Go drop it.
Yeah. For real.
Man, to those questions for sure. They're good. Definitely. I'm looking at opposition for Richard Torrez. I didn't know his guy, but his guy, I guess, fought Efe Ajaba. And he's got to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So it's a good opposition for Richard Torrez. And he's got Ajaba got a fight coming up with Martin Bacoli coming up next. So those are
for sure.
Man, that's gonna be a good fight for Richard Torrez. And we're gonna see, like Ness said, if he's doing this to these type of men, going on a step up.
Yeah, if he takes out Guido, this is gonna be a big move for Richard Torrez, because we don't know much about him because his opposition, like Ness said, been light. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he never fought no Arslan backs like Guido has or a Jagba. So shout out to Guido, man. If he could get the win, though, Guido, that's a big move for him. Because, I mean, Top Rank built him, too. So
exactly.
I feel like this is like Top Rank saying, like, winner is going to get the investment, pretty much. Winner's going to get the backing.
Good one. That's a good one right there. Yep. And to see if Richard Torrez is really, really the man, I think he's going to do very well in this test. I think so, me personally. But You know, because I'm kind of like leaning with my heart a little bit with Torres.
I mean, remember that Guido picked up a good win though. He outboxed somebody. Who the hell did he upset?
He just beat Arsenal.
He went 10 rounds.
Magmamudov.
Yeah. That was the upset, bro. He boxed well in that fight. Now, obviously, you know, Arslan Beck has shown that he is just like don't have the stamina for boxing, but I mean, Guido has to make that come to life though, and he did.
Yeah.
He did good in that fight. And don't forget that Torres
my man knows how to place those punches very well, man. They land.
I was going to use the word struggle, and maybe I'm only using the word struggle for Torres because you expect him to get the knockout.
Yeah.
And it took him 8 to get like a TKO over Curtis Harper. Actually, no. No. He he got the TKO. Guido is the one that went 8 with Harper.
Yeah, I think Guido went the full fight with him.
But Torres got the stoppage in 8, TKO stoppage. But that's, you know, that was like, I don't know, man. Again, Guido's not going to hopefully not be there. Torres does have great pressure. I like the fight. It's a good, decent little fight, man. I'm not mad at it at all. But
yeah,
I
hate to compare amateurs,
rounds,
but do you think Guido's better than Charlo?
Ooh,
because that's the only guy.
Yeah, no, that's the guy that knocked out Torres, but
yeah, that was the only dude who was
different style too. Different style. He's Uzbekistani, and I don't know, something's up with that dude. He must be making a lot of money in the amateurs because he stayed going to the amateurs.
Yeah,
he doesn't
sponsorship.
care.
Yeah,
he was signed to Lou DiBella at first. Then he's gotten with Top Rank, and Top Rank's done nothing with him. Like, they put him on some cards, but they've been like cards that we don't even get to see. I don't know what's going on with Jalilov. But yeah, he holds 2 wins over Richard Torres in the amateurs, and one of them are a knockout, right?
Wow.
Yeah, the final. I think it was the Olympic final.
Yeah, bro. He slept. He slept him. That was a nasty little highlight reel. It was running around the internet for a while. I mean, Torres is a short heavyweight. He reminds me of Brian Jennings. You know, just because Bryant was like 6'2".
Yeah.
And that's the size of Torres, except Torres has that explosive style. You know, he bends at the knees. He's got like a combination of a Mike Tyson, Joe Frazier mixture going. Not classical, not traditional. Before these, what the fuck is the boxing voice talking about? This motherfucker said that he look like. Nah, bro. Nah, I'm just saying association together. Association game, guys. Association games. You know, the mannerisms in the ring. Some of those, you know, punches that he chooses to use, you know, that gives you the Joe Frazier vibes. That gives you, you know, that's all I'm saying. They're gonna go crazy, but it's okay.
He's not Smoking Joe. We're not saying that.
We're not saying he's a White Tyson, bro. Like, nobody's saying he's a White Tyson. But you could tell that his father and that himself, they're influenced from those types of fighters, the way that he fights. I should ask for an interview just to see, like, what are the fighters that he studies, because that's what it looks like to me. His style looks like he's on some Mike Tyson, you know, Joe Frazier type shit. He's always bending at the legs. He's very explosive. He wants you on the ropes, and he wants to let loose. Loose. I like this fight, man. I like this. I'm actually happy Top Rank made it. It's not a bad fight. You know, we didn't ask for it, but it's not a bad fight at all.
Shout out to Top Rank. Back-to-back weekends, though. They're really pushing their roster, man.
And I love it, too, from the standpoint that it's like, I mean, even though we've seen Top Rank give Xander Zayas, the former world champion, what's his name? Patrick Texeria, and then give him sidesteps. So what I was about to say is that I like it from that standpoint, that it's like once you go up, you can't come down. But Top Rank loves the sidestep. So, like, even if, you know, Torres passes this test, does it mean he's going on to the next test, or are they going to keep him on this level and behind this level to build, because they do a lot of that. It's not like, okay, he beat Guido, let's put him in there with Jared.
Right.
They don't work that way.
Right.
That's
It's
not how
almost
they
like,
work.
it's almost like they're checking how much load the car could take before we just keep loading it all the time. We don't have to load it all the time, but we want to make sure what it could take. And yeah, man, that's a smart move. I'm watching Richard Torrez in that fight too as well. He's
It's
actually
smart, but
progressed so much since then, man. It's not the same Torrez for sure.
It's smart 702, but it's also man, what is the right phrase here? Because we as boxing fans, we get we lose interest. Bottom line, while you're marinating as the promoter, trying to, allegedly build or, whatever you want to call it, is the boxing fan losing interest, or is he tuned in? Like, look at us. We're all excited. Almost everyone that's called in and has given their opinion does like the Torrez Guido main event. Are they going to keep us excited like this, or is the next fight going to be some dude that we know Torrez is going to beat and that we don't care about? And that's the issue with matchmaking. It's like, okay, Torrez is fighting Guido, so we should naturally expect that if he wins and passes this test, his next fight is another name like Stephen Shaw. Michael Hunter might be too big of a step, but like Stephen Shaw, Jerry Forrest, who could we throw in there? Let's cross over. David Adelaide. They're with Top Rank. Give him David Adelaide. You know what I'm saying? Fabio Worley's too big of a step. David Adelaide. Give him David Adelaide. What's your father's heavyweight, bro? What the fuck? Get him in the mix, yo. What's his name?
He fought Torrez too in the amateurs.
Well, Ryan, man. We're gonna have to have a talk. You out of control, bro.
That's why I said that's how my dad talked to Torrez Jr. Like, that's what happened. His heavyweight was fighting Torrez Jr. and he called him over. He's like, yo, I fought your dad in the amateurs.
You're doing a poor job promoting your father's team, man. You gotta promote your father's team like it's yours, bro. You guys got a Torrez connection. You should be telling Top Rank to call you.
So don't worry. We got a big fight coming up with Top Rank. Actually, I just can't speak on it.
Okay. So, that's what I like to hear. Congrats.
There is a fight. But yeah, definitely I agree with you, Ness. Like, we need the marination, but we have to understand, man, like, I came from the Oscar De La Hoya era. He gave us 2 big fights, and then he would give us 2 free fights. But he was always active, and he always gave us those big names. So I feel like as long as we're gonna get 2 big ones, we can accept 2 duds in a year.
Yeah, I remember those times where Oscar would give you a big fight and slide into Stevie Forbes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But boxing doesn't do that anymore. I don't know why.
Yeah, I know the fans.
You know, like, I remember, I always bring it up. I remember Devin winning all the belts, and I'm like, bro, go back to the Bay and fight Maxie Hughes for that last IBO belt. And everybody's like, oh, Ness, what the hell? No, he needs to fight Tank or whatever. And it's like, bro, what happened to the victory lap, man? Like, why can't a motherfucker get a victory lap? Like, yo, I did what 1% of people can do.
Right.
And y'all don't even let me go home and get a fake parade, bro. Like, it's crazy, bro. It's nasty work, man. Boxing fans, we don't care about nothing but the next fight.
Yep. Shit,
Spider.
That's the era we in. Shout out to Spider Rico, though.
Nah, we are. Let me catch up on these super chats. Holy shiznick. We got another $10 from OC is the boss. Drop a bomb for the dub. Oh, yeah, Mr. CYP. We can also run this fade at whatever weight makes you comfortable. I don't want to hear the supreme excuses for the supreme athlete. Let's run it, big fella. Let's lock this poop emoji in. What up? Get these hands, $2. Less Brooklyn, more Marco. You're terrible, yo. Why you do that to Brooklyn Barber? She's a fighter. Gavin Goins, $5. Messi Nessie yesterday. Shoo. Quote, me and Kirk good. Dapped it off. Ness. So I can screen share the tweet. He ain't talking about Ray Ford, champ. Hey, and I screen shared it because, the truth will set you free. Funny you said that. Ness is always working. Guess what I got on hand? Ba 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 bam. There you go. You can't escape this. Don't tell me that you didn't say what you said. Don't tell me he didn't say what he said, because what I do is wake up and scour the internet. Make sure I get all the information y'all need so that you can get it in one place. So you don't have to go to the boxing scene and go to, Jermell Charlo's story and Jermall Charlo's story and go to Canelo's story. No, we do that as a collective, and we bring it here to give you daily boxing talk to get you through your day. So when I'm interviewing Shushu and Tone brings up Shushu after the fight, it seemed like you was looking at Shakur saying this, saying that. I told Tone he wasn't, but Tone went down that street. Shushu said no, but if you want me to be honest, I was looking at James Prince, so I could see why somebody think I'm talking to Core, but me and Core good, we dap, do whoop, diddy whoop. But the problem was when he kept talking to Vegan, it was like a wound that kept, I kept picking. Like every time I hear him talk vegan, I picked it and it bled a little more. And he vegan, and I picked it and it bled a little more. And it was just like, fuck, yo, champ. Remember he said that you went to you turned vegan and not be able to fight. So I had to bring it up, bro. Like that's. Listen, they accused the man of getting on a fucking non-meat diet not to get the smoke. How I'm not going to give him the platform to answer that, bro? Come on, man. Y'all want, I don't know what y'all want, man. Criticize me for everything. Ness, you ain't do this. Ness, you did this. It's like you never win. Never wins. I'm telling you, man. 7-0 dose. We got Spider Rico.
Spider.
Grand Rising, God.
What up?
Never mourning, never grieving. We're here to stay, we're never leaving. Never good enough. Jehovah God regret making us. And Allah, will He let this happen to us? That's what the scriptures say. And I'm sorry. It had to be this way. That's what you say when you fight your brother, Shakur. Beat him. Make it look easy. Beat him with the jab. They tried to set you up last time. Turkey Al-Ashiki ain't nothing but a government agent dressed in silk sheets. You in the ring bowing down to this nigga. Fuck that nigga. They don't care about you. They put their dude in there. The Europeans didn't align themselves with the Arabics because the money speaks. That's why Canelo went over there in the first place. He don't want to fight for Al. Al can't even show his face for his company because when you show your face as a black man, the worth of your company will go down. Mm-hmm. Niggas know. Yeah. This y'all let that hoe speak and turn off CYP. That hoe calling in from Brooklyn. Brooklyn is a dirty boxing scene. New York is a dirty boxing scene. Turkey LSU going back to the scene of the crime. You ain't never seen them take away somebody's loss. That's never I've never seen it. That's never happened. That's because the shit was illegal, and it's more to the story than that they telling. Shit make me sick, man. That whole talking about I could read Allah is my vision in my sight. I could see through these walls if I like. What the hoe said was that Tank was fucking other hoes, and that's why she mad. Yeah, that hoe is nothing but a vampire, an energy vampire.
Champ, man. I'm gonna have to stop fucking with Spider Rico. You gotta be a little more respectful, man. That's a professional fighter. You
And a
gotta address her
community
by her
member.
name or, kick fucking rocks, bro. OC the boss, $10 more. God damn. Karma Surge. I'm never a cherry picker. Cherry emoji. I promise you, if Mr. Quitter don't want this fight, I'll definitely accept your challenge. Ness, put that poll up. OC versus Mr. Quitter or OC versus Karma. Karma Surge, $2. I'll cherry pick OC, the employee. Damn. We got Polo Buck.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
$50 for CYP's revival. Bring him
Polo.
back from the dead. Drop a couple bombs for them dubs. Salute to Polo Buck for the CYP revival. He's gonna be back if he sees it. I'm gonna actually be nice and text him, let him know he's back in action. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. You know I sound like a broken record, but that's because I'm trying to grow, man. Trying to grow. Trying to get that motherfucking million subscribers so I could get that Shakur Stevenson interview. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot of tension, bro. You know, gotta get that interview though.
A milli. Yeah, buddy.
He might still duck me at $1 million. Like, man, fuck that motherfucker. I ain't fucking with him. And that's understandable. We'll see though. That's the goal. See, can we get Shakur back in that hot seat? Discord available. X Space is available if you want to call in. Now is the time. We got Brian de Puerto Rico.
Yo.
Yo.
Can y'all hear me?
Perfect.
What up, Nut 702? Ryan still there?
Yep. Oh, Ryan actually dipped. He actually dipped.
Okay. My bad, man. That's Spider Rico. He leave me scratching my head every single time. He talk all this biblical stuff, and he's very disrespectful. Maybe you need to read them books again. As far as these fights, man, Ness, what you think about that Elvis and Lindolfo fight? I think Lindolfo might stop Elvis.
Possibility. He's been showing some knockouts, but yeah, I think Elvis is durable.
Yeah, I might put some money on him because I mean the odds are only like -150, and I feel like he's just a better overall fighter. I haven't done my homework on this Vianello guy, but I'm guessing the hype on Torres, he should get him out of there, right?
For sure. But it's gonna be difficult. Guido ain't the best boxer, but he could box.
Okay. And as far as Tank and Roach, I mean, if Tank is a guy that everybody says he is, he should knock out Roach. I think Roach is good, but honestly don't think he's elite. You know what I mean? So if Calvin Ford says all this stuff about I want to see that fighter push the best out of Tank, then this is the time to do it. I mean, you have that fighter in front of you, so come on, let's see the best Tank. Let's see him bring his skills out and get Roach out of it. And if he doesn't do that, then he wasn't the guy they was talking about. I honestly think that in that first fight, Roach had one of the best fights of his career, and Tank had one of the worst. But that's not an excuse because I thought Roach won that fight. I'm not a biased guy. I'll tell you who wins and who loses. I honestly thought Roach should have had that belt. And I think that's all the fights, right? Oh, Abdullah Mason, obviously, he's gonna knock old boy out. So yeah, looking forward to the fights this weekend. And on the Jerron Ennis, you're not talking about that yet, right?
Nah, that's like 10 days, 11 days out. Probably 10 days out. That's next week's fight.
Oh, okay. I'll call back for that one then. But that's my call. I appreciate y'all.
You got it. Adrian with the $2. Where Tech at? Probably working, champ. Probably working. Still be listening though. We got Caesar, Las Vegas. What up?
Cesar. Out of the 702. You there, champ?
Yo. How's my audio?
Perfect. You good.
Oh, man. Yo, that's Puerto Rico cringy ass fuck. Allah is my vision and my sight. I could disrespect women if I like. Yo, he's so like, dude. How do you? What I'm just curious as to where the disconnect is in his brain, man. But yeah, man. I wasn't even. I don't know where the promotion has been for this card because it hasn't even popped up on my feed. So, but just I'm just excited to see Charlo's back, both of them. Actually, Mel is was literally one of my favorite fighters. Like the dude, to me, I seen him as a complete fighter. You know what I mean? The dude could punch, he could box. Uh, he goes in there, he's a dog. You know what I mean? So, he was actually one of the most exciting fighters uh when he was fighting. I wonder why he took that such a long layoff, but I feel like, man, the Canelo check was right because after that fight, the dude just, he probably took a nice, well-deserved vacation, all that shit. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm excited to see him back. I'm excited to see both of them back. Hopefully, Maul is in a better place mentally. We all go through shit, and hopefully, he found good motivation. You know, so but on this Richard Torres thing, man, I like the dude, bro. He's a good social media personality. He's a funny guy. He has a social media presence. He'd be doing like the Nacho Libre skits, and he actually does look like Nacho Libre, which is hilarious. So I I just think he's one of those guys that has a limited career, just because of his dimensions. As a heavyweight, you can only go so far, being his size. As you can see, Mike, even Tyson ran into a brick wall with, the bigger, more skilled guys. Like there's a saying in boxing that says, a small great fighter, or how does it go, Ness? I'm sure you heard it before. It's like a smaller great fighter will lose to a bigger good
Good
Better.
fighter
fighter.
or a great
Yeah.
fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's so I feel like Richard Torres is one of those dudes that get everything you can out of him while he's here. He's an action packed fighter. You know what I mean? But it's more of it's not like a legacy uh career that he might not have, but it's more like an entertaining fights type of shit, like type of career. You know what I mean? Match him up with the guys that will make the most exciting, fan friendly fights because once you take them up to the next level in terms of competition and maybe to win a belt, I just feel like he's gonna fall short. You know what I mean? It'd be great to uh to see him progress, but we'll see how it goes. But I'll catch you guys later.
All right.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
how you doing?
If you're gonna stop to talk on your phone.
Oh, man.
Quest.
How'd that work?
Yo, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep. Yep.
All right, I'm at work right now. If you hear anything in the background, that's my bad. But hey, I wasn't gonna call in, man. I wasn't gonna call in. But James, bro, he's been talking a lot of shit, bro, in the comments and stuff. Like Ness, this knockout rule, man, I don't like it, bro. I don't like it, man. Like cutting people call off, that shit kind of whack and corny, man. You know what I'm saying? You call it a knockout. I feel like if you got stopped in Border Wars, you can't knock nobody out in the fucking show, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's like, come on, man. Like CYP, I get he talks a lot of shit and all, but come on, cutting his call, bro. Like cutting my call. This nigga out here, bro. James is a clown, man. And I don't know why you even like that dude. You know what I'm saying? He said I need to get my bread up. Respectfully, Ness, I'm not calling in, bro. I'm not paying $50 to call in and talk. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
I
not
hear
gonna
you.
pay $50 to call in and talk shit. You know. But hey, man, if James want to go back and forth with people, he want to cut people call off. It's just like, bro, he needs to find somebody to trick on, man. Like, you ain't got an old lady you can spend that $50 on, man. You ain't got an old lady. You should probably get her nails done and get her hair done. That $50 could be work, bro. That $50, you can use that $50, man. But yeah, I mean, I won't gonna call in. I'm just about to go into work right now, bro. But it's just crazy, man. James, bro, this nigga, he be talking all this shit. He said he ain't gonna pay $50 to cut my call off. But you been cutting my call off, my guy. He said I'm a new caller. He ain't gonna cut my call off. Well, James, thank you, James. If you hearing this, thank you, man. I appreciate it, bro. You know, if you ain't gonna cut my call off, thank you, bro. Like, I really don't give a fuck, James. You know what I'm saying? You think people care about that shit? You know, I'm not hurt about it. You know, that just shows me that you saw. You know what I'm saying? It just shows me that you sensitive. You can't listen to the truth. Because everything I'm saying is true. Niggas, he's short, he's fat, you know what I'm saying? He got stopped in border wars, you know what I'm saying? All this stuff is true. But he don't want to hear it, man. He don't want to hear it. Hey, man, just get in the gym, James. I probably would fight you on border wars if you was, like, a little bit smaller. You know, I'm not in a chubby weight. You know what I'm saying? I would fight you, James. But you're just kind of too short, man. You're kind of too short, you know, a little on the older side. I'm younger. You know, I'm 24. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. James, bro, I don't want no smoke, man. I do not want to fight James in border wars. You know, I'm good. Next, I'd rather fight somebody like, at least like in their 20s, maybe early 30s. If you like 35 and up, man, I'm good, man. You know, I'm good on that. You know, I want somebody that's going to give me a challenge. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to put on the show. What James did in his last fight, that wasn't no show, bro. The nigga went out there, threw a couple punches, a flurry of punches in the first round, and he was done. Like, he was done after the first round, just like CYP. You see how crazy it is, bro? All the people that talk the most shit on this show get stopped. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, James, he talk his shit. He got stopped. CYP, he got stopped. It's like, bro, you can't talk shit. You got stopped in border wars, man. I'm gonna go ahead. You know, I'm gonna join the show, man. Shout out you, Ness.
Hey, yo,
Have a
hey,
great
man,
day
you
at
know
work,
that,
champ.
man.
Hopefully you have a better day. Sounds like they got to you. Don't let them get to you, champ. Have a great day at work.
Yo, that is hilarious. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. FYI, I just feel the need to say I never created the knockout. From the people, from the people, from the people.
To the people.
But if you want to call in, now is the time. Discord available. And X Spaces. Let's see here. I'm sorry. I'm just texting this. I got to go to this event today. Women's Boxing Summit. I got to go check out my man Mauricio.
Ooh.
Ness, you got me?
I got you, Chad.
Oh my
Counter
God!
punch.
Listen, explain what is this new thing now? Is it you can pay for a knockout?
It's not new. It's just expensive, so it wasn't a thing that people used. You know, but you know the community created the knockout where you know they're tired of hearing you talk, so they knocked your ass off.
And now an implemented
But how
rule.
does it work? How much you got to pay? $50 for it?
Yep. But the person, but if a person pays $50 to knock you out, someone can pay $50 to bring them back. So you know, it's kind of like really, it's a gamble, man.
Look, I'm only calling because I think it's hilarious, and James is my boy. James, keep doing it because anything that stops CYP in his tracks, I support. My God, man, and having to listen to counterpunch after counterpunch of CYP basically derailing the show, and there's a method to stop, and someone's going to step up and pay that money. James, you're a fucking hero to the community, my friend. A hero. That's all I got, man. That's all I wanted to say, man. That's it. Thanks, guys.
He called that man a hero. Super James to the rescue. Hilarious. Phone lines are open if you want to call in and voice your opinion. We have a scheduled interview with Kevin Newman II. And if you are a Patreon or you are a YouTube member, feel free to head on over to the community page and drop him a question. Don't forget to say, yo, my name is 702 from Las Vegas, so that he knows he's got those fans all around the world. All around the world. All right, we got Ronnie out of Phoenix, member for 26 months on that champ level. Salute, Ronnie. What it do?
The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here.
Salute to you. Even though you hated on me, Troy, I'm gonna do you that favor you asked for. Troy said stop sending them footage if you ain't sending that Cash App. He ain't looking at no free footage. He sent me numerous screenshots of people sending him footage. He said he ain't looking at no free footage, bro. He's a trainer. This is what he do full time. Y'all gotta
For a
respect
living.
that. I gotta respect that. You know what I'm saying? You want
Yeah.
that. You want that assessment.
That professional
Assessment from the 8-0 Troy King, aka Hamza. You're gonna have to pay, man. I mean, I think he only won like 25 too. It's not that much. It's not
investing
that much.
yourself.
Not that much. We got Polo. Actually, no, we never even said Ronnie's super chat. My bad, Ronnie. Salute to you for being a member for 2 years, 2 months. Buenos dias, TBV. Boxing Glove Flex and emoji. Thank you for getting me through my morning every day. James Benitez ain't laughing out loud, but he does got me laughing out loud. Excuse me, laughing my ass off with another laughing out loud emoji. Good show as always. Polo Buck with the $5. Yo, that one caller got yelled at work. Crying out loud. What happened to the Rampage interview? Still waiting, bro. I think so Rampage, I don't know if it's going to be this Thursday and maybe Rashad is Wednesday. I know it's going to be this week. It's going to be this week. And, yeah, you know, it's show business, man. You know how that is, man. You think you got something, then you don't. Yeah.
Thanks.
We got CYP. He's back.
Niggas is funny. This nigga James, I give it to you. Your first call, you were talking about, ain't it weird how some dudes just think they need all the credit for creating all the money and creating this whole success. With me, I'm just humble. I just sit back. Shut up, nigga. Every single dollar that has been made, on these kings are because of me. Ness keep telling you the community. Nigga, CYP created it. Like, this community shit is getting crazy. Should I change my name to C the community? Huh? Community your position? Because that's who the fuck he talking about when he said the community created it. I created it so we would have money circulating up in this bitch, so Ness ain't got to lose money when he's trying to pay the host, because y'all are not business owners. Most business owners don't want to lose no money to pay nobody. But if you can create the revenue, you got yourself a job. So that's what we're doing. We're creating revenue to keep the host here, to keep people alive. That's what we want to do. Hate me all you want to, but it's a great fucking idea because it keeps people here. Because the more hosts we got, the better this shit pops. Y'all know y'all love this song.
CYP.
There we go. Come on.
He did it again.
Thank
James,
you.
you
Let's
bugging.
go.
James, what is wrong with you?
He did that quick too. He did it quick. He won't let him.
What is wrong with James? Yo, it's not even Friday, James, man. Salute to you. You wow. You a wild boy. You a wild boy. Wow.
Yeah.
And I missed it. I was late. My man hit me up on the DM.
He said, yo, what are you doing?
Bro, that yo, Quest don't like it, but Quest, you safe, man. You safe. You safe, Quest.
Yeah, Quest is safe. Have a good day at work, Quest.
Yeah, you safe. He said because you're a new caller, he gonna let you live. You safe, man. That is wild though. That is wild.
Yeah. Cut it. That should be the song on it. I remember you used to have it. You used to
I
play
used to
it.
play that. I used to play that. Yeah.
You used to play a lot of intros too. I remember back in the day, man.
Is that people's service stopped being good? Hold on.
Okay.
What up, Hamza?
What's good with the people?
What's good with Hamza?
Hey, I just having I'm not the devil's advocate. I'm the supreme being's advocate. So I just throw random shit out there. You gotta apologize. I'm unfiltered. Secondly, if you hit my jaw and you sent by my man Ness, me and Ness have a love-hate, but at the end of the day, it's all love. If you get sent about some diet or something like that, I'm going to throw you the line, pause, because I'm really about that. If you come to me about any boxing training, you're going to have to pay something. I'm a professional trainer. I don't do nothing else. I never had no other jobs. All I do is train boxing. If you want me to watch some tape, it's $25 or something like that, bro, depending on what type of articulation you want on the craft. I'm gonna get you together. That's why I'm posting what I'm doing with the chillings on the gram and then tagging the boxing voice so they can see, because J Mac and JT said get with these kids. I'm just not a hater, so I'm gonna do, whether niggas is hating or not, I'm gonna do what you say just to benefit the community and me and the God in me. Y'all niggas can think all you want. I'm really about to make a move that's unheard of.
Oh,
so like,
shit.
I'm not even telling
Hamza.
nobody.
Let's go,
Yeah,
They
champ.
paid to cut that call. Holy shit.
Oh no.
Hey, yo, Polo Buck and James out of control.
Polo Buck and James on fire today though with the bread. They must have got a check or something. Hey,
cut it.
Damn.
Hey, price is way too high.
That $50 hit the Cash App. You need to cut it. That's crazy.
Cut it. Yeah, man.
That's wild.
Salute to Hamza though, man. Salute.
That's
Big.
fucked up. Why y'all do that to Hamza, man? He
was
ain't
talking
do that.
about
He ain't
the
do
kids.
nothing
He was
to
talking about
nobody.
kids. Salute Polo Buck.
We got Lil Zoot at $2. James knocking out CYP twice. It's crazy. Crying out loud. Laughing out loud. Juice, $5. When you interview Rampage, please ask that bitch why he's still crying about JJ pokes, but call Dev a B. Yeah, you're going to have to do way better when you elaborate that question in the post for Rampage, because I don't know nothing about MMA and I'm not going to do research. Like, my interview is going to be strictly based on his boxing and what he plans on doing boxing. Like, that's that. I'm not going back to MMA fights and talking about his MMA fights, because I wouldn't care about his MMA fights. So I really can't act something like that, because if I bring up JJ, he going to be like, oh, what, blah, 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 blah. And I ain't going to have no counter, because I never seen JJ. I'm not going to watch JJ. I'm not going to read on JJ. No.
Sir. Ryan, hold on a second, champ. Ryan, thank you for taking the spot, man. I'm a tag team. I'll be right back, champ. Ness, I'll handle some business real quick.
You the man.
Word.
Killer Cam, 2010, $2. James, the landlord Benitez. Crying out loud. Polo Buck. Let me drop this bomb for Polo Buck. He also cut Hamza call. Wow.
Let's trade him up.
Bro, the likes on Cut Hamza's call is insane. Like,
what?
Cut CYP call had 25 likes. The final Cut CYP call. The other Cut CYP call before that one had 23 likes, and the first one had 14 likes. So they warmed up to what James was doing. But Hamza's, which Polo Buck paid for, that shit got 32 likes and 17 comments, bro. Why y'all hating on my man Hamza, man? Don't hate on my man Hamza. Tevith, Smith, $10. Forget border wars. James done started a civil war with CYP. Salute emoji. The $100 full-on assassin. Assault. I'm wildin'. Assault. Okay. I mean, I'm excited, you know.
Damn. Is Benitez trying to get the CYP fight?
Nah, because I seen in the background in the Border Wars chat, he said to OC, don't worry about it. That's his fight. He deserved to get it first.
Okay, James. He's saying, CYP, make sure you get that dub. He's trying to put himself in line. That's what's up.
Yes, sir. Phone lines are open if you want to call in. We are going to have a guest in a matter of seconds. Say again?
Who's coming on? Sorry, who's coming on?
Oh, I'm getting Kevin Newman in a second. I got Saquon with the $5. Free Spider Rico. Brooklyn says her D is bigger than everyone's, and this is Roach, and we say nothing. He says something and is sent to the shadow realm? How? Because she's a boxer. Let Roach deal with boxers, and we'll deal with us civilians. Y'all know I don't like that anyway. I cut Tone off when he calling girls B words every fucking other sentence. Like, that's weird. I don't understand that, Again, maybe it's because I'm old. I came up under Queen Latifah and all them other goddamn women begging not to be called B words, and it just stuck with me. And I'm older. Y'all weird. Like, y'all got to get a better vocabulary. What up, Kevin Newman?
What's up with it?
Good morning, man.
What's up, bro?
Champ?
Hold on, let me fix this. How's it going, man? Hold on, let me fix this.
All good, all good.
All right, there we go. What's the word, man?
Chilling, man. How you feeling? Too early
I'm good,
for
bro.
you? I know you out here in Vegas.
No. I got my kids and everything, so no, it's all good. It's all good.
Cool. So
yes, sir. That dad life.
Yeah, that dad life. Let's jump right into it, man. Obviously, you got back shaking. What would you grade this last performance?
I mean, I fought a guy that was like 19-10, 13 wins by knockout, but it was just something for me to just get back in quick. I mean, but the thing about it is he came in, he weighed in on fight day. So he weighed in on fight day, he was 190. And I weighed in at 172. So the day before, so it was just like I was fighting a cruiserweight, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, it wasn't nothing for me. They came back, they was like, "Kev, we gotta cancel the fight, he's too big." I said, "Man, look, get dude in the ring, man. It's time to work," and so I just handled him easy. By the time we got done with the fight, it looked like he got beat up real bad, man. So I take that, I take that with a grain of salt. Of course, I'm appreciative to get back in there, but I knew he wasn't on my level anyway.
So what's the plan? Do you think you're gonna make it onto that May 2nd card? Is there room for you on it? Do you know?
No, that I know that card is from what I'm told is specific to only like those
3
3 or
fights.
4 fights. Yeah. So
damn. So there's not gonna be undercards on that. That's wild.
Nah. It's just those specific 3 fights. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, right?
For sure.
Yeah. So but I might have something, maybe working on something April 29th in Miami, and then if not that, then May 3rd on another card. So I'm looking to stay busy.
Have you ever considered or been contacted by Pro Box?
Actually, when I was working with this management team, ProBox had talked to them about possibly working with me, but just the deal just never materialized, So, but I mean, if it's a good opportunity, I'm open to it.
I mean, I got a tough opportunity in mind. It's certainly a good opportunity because it'll put you in position. Obviously, they're starving for someone to face Lester Martinez, with the 68-pound division being, congested because of Canelo and the titles.
Right.
There's no title shots, outside of everyone trying to fight Caleb Plant for the interim. There's no title shot. Lester is number 2. He has a version of the WBA. You're not ranked, so it would put you in position if they can even get it approved. Do you know which is the sanctioning body that you're the highest ranked in?
It would be the WBA. Hold
Okay.
on, it got Can you see me?
Yeah, I see you.
Yeah, yeah.
Not anymore.
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
We hear you and see you. It's
Got you.
actually
Okay, yeah,
sounds
no,
better.
it would be the WBA.
Okay.
The WBA is I have a NABA WBA title, so it would be that sanctioning body.
What did you think of Lester Martinez, your number 2 here in the WBA, where you're saying you're the most ranked at?
Yeah. What did I think? What did I think of him?
Yeah, did you see his performance with Joshan
I saw
James?
a high. I saw. Yeah, actually, I did see it. I mean, what I saw. I mean, it didn't look like it was anything spectacular except from the knockout. I mean, the knockout was a beautiful knockout. But to be fair, I mean, Joshan James is a game kid, but he's a middleweight. And he's a middleweight. He was a middleweight moving up. And I mean, he upset a couple guys, but I think that Martinez was just too big for him. And I mean, he caught him with a hell of a shot. But to me, I mean, on the outside looking in, watching, the boxing aspect of it, I mean, Lester's a strong guy. He hits hard, but he's kind of straight up and down. It's nothing that stands out about him. I know he has a pretty good engine, but in terms of boxing skills, it's nothing that's like, oh shit. He has good power, good power, aggressive guy. And he has a few tricks, but it's nothing crazy. So
I love that
in my
you
opinion.
I love that you don't that you not that you welcome that fight. Have you guys crossed paths? Because he's out here in Vegas a lot with the Bomac team. Have they
Yeah.
crossed? Oh, you did spar.
No. We've never crossed paths before, actually, though. No, but I know he's out here in Vegas from what I've seen on, like, social media. You see, like, Bomac posts guys. I follow Bomac on Instagram, so you see those guys, but we never crossed paths before.
So does that even matter? Or like Floyd said, the trainer can't get in there and fight for you. Cause like, do you even consider something like, oh shit, this guy's trained by Bomac? Does that make it a tougher
Well,
fight? This guy's trained by Robert Garcia. Does that make it a tougher fight? Or like Floyd said, the fight, the trainer can't get in there and fight for you.
Well, of course, our trainers can't get in there and fight for us. I'm trained by Roy Jones. I mean, and with that being said, it's like Roy can't get in there and fight for me. He could give me all the game, he could give me all the knowledge, but he can't go in there and fight for me. And it's the same thing. Bomac's a hell of a trainer, a hell of a strategist. They have a great team over there. With multiple guys. I mean, but at the end of the day, the fighters got to do the fighting. So but I mean, he has a good team. He has a good team of people. You got to respect that.
For sure. So to be clear, you would take that fight next. Or is
I
that
would take it.
something you
Yeah.
need a tune up for another shape, another tune up before you would you take that next? Because he do got a
No.
WBA strap.
Yeah, if they offered it to me and it actually made sense and they weren't just offering me just some pennies for it, of course I would take it. Of course, I mean I look at the I'm not a one of these guys that price themselves out and stuff like that, but it would have to make some sense. You know what I'm saying? And that's the biggest thing. It had to make some type of sense. It couldn't just be, oh well, yeah, we're going to give you $10,000. It's like, well, what, what I'm saying? Like, I made more fighting on Jake Paul and Devin's undercards, like 3 times the amount of that. You know what I'm saying? But of course I would take the opportunity. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. These
That
guys, see, I don't look at these guys like these guys are boogeymen. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, that's the thing. That's the difference between me and a lot of these other fighters. I mean, it's like, if it makes sense, I'm all for it. Of course. And then staying active is the biggest thing for me. That's the biggest thing. Yeah. Do you want to go in there fighting a guy like Lester Martinez after being off a year? Nah, but you got to do what you got to do at the end of the day as well.
for
So
sure.
yeah.
Do you feel that there is a time clock ticking on the career, or do you feel
Oh,
that
I think we
you
lost him,
could go
Ness.
at your? Oh, we lost him. Shit.
Can you hear me now? It
We
cut
hear
off.
you. We
My
hear
bad.
you.
Yeah, we
Do you
got
feel
you.
like you have a time clock on your career, or do you feel like you could still go at your own pace? Because again, you are 33. People
Yeah.
looking at Crawford being 37 and saying and even Wilder being 39, and they're, the critics like to put an expiration date on the boxer's career.
No, man, I don't look at it like I look at it like this, like, of course time is ticking, and that's the thing, yeah, but I'm in my prime, and I feel better than I've ever felt. I'm 33, but I'm a young 33. I'm fresh, I haven't taken no punishment, been dropped or knocked down or been in grueling, beat up and stuff like that. I'm a young 33, but in terms of boxing and like from what I understand what the promoters and the people are looking at, they look at the age. They really play a big thing on the age, you know what I'm saying? And but in terms of my clock is ticking for myself because I know what I want to get done. And the older you get, the less those opportunities come your way. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just to go out there and perform every single time out and put on a show where people want to actually see you. Oh, hey, well, this guy, he looks good, man. We would like to see him versus this guy, or how would this fight go? You know what I'm saying? So with 33, I feel great. I feel amazing. My body, everything is intact, so I feel like the time is now.
So your name has been trending a little bit. You've been getting into some social media back and forths. Obviously, Devin, got into it with Rosado and
Yeah.
wanted to see you and Rosado mix it up. Has anything
Yeah.
come from that? Have you tried to DM Rosado? Because again, these are the names you need at this point. You need some
Right.
names. You've been doing this for a minute. It's time
Right.
for you to get where you need to go. So, like, did you
Right.
reach out to see if y'all could personally make it on some Crawford and Earl shit?
Like I just made a post and I made a post and I like add him and stuff like that. I never reached out in his like actual DM and be like, hey man, like let's fight. Like I've never done that. But these guys see these posts, the Caleb plan, he's seen these posts. Um he's actually been on my page, you could see who's in your stories. He's been on my page multiple times watching my stories and stuff like that. Gabe is looking for, Gabe is looking for a payday. He's looking to get Berlanga in the ring and get a payday, but he's in the way for real. He's coming off of, 4 losses and hasn't done anything in God knows how long. He knocked out Bektamir, but it was like, I don't know if that was back in like 2020 or something like that. But, he's just looking for, a payday. But I don't know if he's necessarily looking my way, but I would definitely take that fight. And I would just, I feel like I would whoop him, and that's just my opinion. Um, I feel like, yeah, he's been around, he's had respect for a long time, but at the end of the day, man, it's like if you are trying to get these fights and there's other fighters that are out there that want these fights as well, that are still pushing to get to that point, it's like, bro, you calling for these fights and you coming off 4 L's, that's disrespectful to the guys that's putting in work every day. He's a broadcaster and a podcast guy. He's not even a full-time fighter. So it's like if you're not a full-time fighter, then you might as well just stay out the way. So but if that opportunity presented itself, absolutely. Absolutely. At the drop of a dime.
Yeah, that would be a great fight.
Yeah.
Good style matchups, I think. But you also had, Plant.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Plant not choosing you and instead going Resendez? I know his last name is Resendez. Do you feel you would have been a better fight for Plant on May 31st? Do you feel you're a better fighter than Resendez?
Look, I'm gonna put it like this. I've spoke to actually Trevor McCumbie's his trainer. And Caleb's excuse, he asked him why he didn't choose me when I was calling him out earlier last year. His excuse was I had a couple losses. A couple losses to guys years and years ago, early in my career, right? Now he's fighting a guy that lost to a guy that I beat handedly, like whooped. And he's fighting a guy that's coming off of that won a split decision versus a guy that I thrashed. So make it make sense. That's a middleweight that he's about to fight. We're both in Vegas. Everybody in Vegas, around Vegas, knows me. Obviously, Caleb is the star. He's the main attraction and Charlo. But around Vegas, that's the type of fight. If me and him were to fight, where you would see Floyd Mayweather come out and watch it. Because he's been in the gym with us and seen us spar. You see Andre Ward probably pull up. You see Roy Jones. You see multiple. Would be, it would be completely different. So, but for him to choose a middleweight, a blown up middleweight, and in Vegas, like I'm in Vegas, I'm right here. All you gotta do is call my phone. How people call my phone, and that's that. But I,
But again, Kev,
you
I'm
know,
sure you and Plant have sparred.
of course, and that's
So
the
that's my
thing. And I
point.
think that
Why not hit these guys up? Like they know you. They gonna dap you up when they see you in the gym. Like, so when you text them like, champ, I see, damn, he fell off. Hello, you back?
no, I'm here.
Okay. So he fell
Uh
off.
oh.
I'm just saying, y'all get what I'm saying though?
Yeah. Go right to the source, like Buzz.
My bad, bro. My
I'm
bad.
just
Now
saying, I'm
I was
just
listening
saying,
to
I
you say
feel
when you
like,
see these guys.
yeah, I feel like if you walk into the gym, Plant gonna dap you up. So if you text him like, Plant, you know what I'm saying, put me on, like give me that fight. Like, why
See,
like
the thing with it is this. I seen him at the Team Combat League thing, right? It was in LA. And it's he seen me, it was like, hey bro, you looking good, keep up the great work, blah blah blah. We should spar sometime like we used to back in the day. And I'm like, nah. Like the sparring shit is over with, bro. Like for me, and it's like, you hear things around that come out of people's mouth. I've heard in the past Caleb say, oh yeah, Kevin is good in the gym, but can he do it in the lights? And the thing is, of course I could do it under the lights. I put it together under the lights. I put it together in the gym, and I put it together on him in the gym, and he understands that. And I think that's the thing. So it's like when you hear people say shit like that, then it's like, okay, bro, like sparring is over with. We passed that point. He's a former world champion. Respect to that. But I mean, bro, like I'm here, and he knows I'm here because see, the thing is, like I said, Caleb will be on my page. He'll be, looking at my stories and watching my shit, watching my stuff. So it's like he knows I'm here, but it's just a matter of him choosing to go whatever route that they feel is the best for them. I know he's trying to get the Charlo fights and the stuff like that. But to be fair, Caleb's a hell of a fighter. He's tough. He has a hell of a skill set, but the way I feel right now, he wouldn't even make it to Charlo if he fought me, and I think that, that's just that. A lot of people on his team know what has happened when me and him have boxed. And with that being said, it's just that. I don't care to get into the sparring talk and all that stuff. That stuff is not really my thing, but he knows what I did to him. And, there was a comment that was posted on the sparring session about the sparring between him and Berlanga, about what he did to Berlanga and about what I did to Berlanga. But Caleb knows what I did to him too. So if he felt like I do it in the gym, but I can't do it on the lights, well, shit, then why not? Why couldn't we could have just did it in Vegas, and then he could have just showed that. But I mean, he has a plan, and him and his team are sticking to that. So respect to them.
I mean, that's another good fight, but is it even worth it to you to call Berlanga out? He seems to be.
So yeah, Berlanga, man, like we had our little thing like a few years ago, right? And where he just went crazy, man, and just started talking crazy. And I'm like, bro, like, you know, the, he just got real disrespectful. So there was a boxing fan expo in Vegas in 20 and last year, and I seen him. So I told Roy, I'm like, I was at Roy, me and Roy were together. I was at his little section. I said, Roy, so I'm gonna go see what's up with Berlanga. I'll be right back. As soon as I seen Berlanga, I looked at him. He seen me, and I nodded at him like this, like to come holler at me. And he came over there, man, and it was nothing but handshakes and hugs. And I was like, bro, look, I said, man, listen, all that shit. I said, all that shit, bro. I said, man, you got it. You gonna have to see me, bro. I said, you was talking crazy. He was like, oh yeah, man, yeah, man, I got something big coming up. I got we got the Canelo fight coming up. This before he was even fighting Canelo, but he already knew. Yeah, but I said, bro, I said, that's cool. I said, well, you take care of that. And I said, and we'll run this down the line. But see, it's like I'm gonna make you stand on what you say. I'm not gonna do the Caleb Plant shit and get in your face and act a fool. You know what I'm saying? Like, he pressed. See, this is another thing, right? Caleb will get in these guys' face. He'll pull up on Berlanga. He's very smart. He knows how to make a fight. One thing I will say about Caleb, he knows how to make a fight. He'll get in these guys' face. You saw he walked up on Berlanga and what's up with me and you? What's up with the fight with me and you? Then all of a sudden, this it's rah rah shit and it's back and forth. You know, I heard the same thing with the Charlo situation. He got in Charlo face, and Charlo started grabbing on his beard and ended up smacking him. Now everybody wants to see the fight. You know, so it's one of them things where Caleb knows how to stir it up and shit like that. But then there was a situation in LA at the Crawford fight when a fighter walked up to him and tried to do the same thing. Next thing you know, everybody's jumping on the fighter. You know, they're beating the fighter up. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
so
yeah, I
That's
seen
wild.
that. You talking
yeah,
about
so
his old
Oh,
sparring partner though. That was
yeah.
Ahmed Abba.
Man, so
oh man.
and man, like, you know, so I got a text that night, right? Because I was at the fight, and the person panicked. They said, Kevin, listen, if you're thinking about coming up to Caleb and trying to start a fight or trying to get a fight, don't do it. This guy just got jumped. I said, what are you talking about? They was like, yeah, man, we heard you're gonna come. I said, bro, I don't even know where Caleb's at. I said, I ain't looking for Caleb. I'm over here in my chair watching the fights. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here walking around looking for this guy for what? You know, and they were like, I'm like, man, I'm not worried about him. I said, listen, I said, me and Caleb don't have no beef. I said, so it's not like I'm out here looking for him. But you know, if you there's nothing wrong wanting to fight somebody, you know what I'm saying? But I don't gotta run down on you because I know at the end of the day, you look at Caleb, he'll run down on these guys, man, and everybody's backing it. Not everybody gets that same type of treatment. You see what happened to Ahmed. He ran down on Caleb and got jumped on by 10 people. You know, so I mean, but me and Caleb have seen each other multiple times through the years, and it ain't been no thing. So but I mean, that's definitely a fight that should have happened May 31st. That could have happened May 31st at the drop of a dime. You know, he's fighting a blown up middleweight that has lost to guys that I whooped on. But his excuse was I had a couple losses, so he didn't want to fight me. I'm like, okay, bro, whatever the fuck you say. So for me, I'm gonna just keep knocking on the door, man, until I, eventually kick that bitch in. And that's just that. They're in the
So
car.
obviously, the detractors,
They're in
the
my back.
haters, they're gonna have something to say. You brought up the losses, so I wanted to give you an opportunity to address those 3 losses and how you
Yeah.
feel you're different from those fights and the person you were when you lost those fights and who you are now.
So the fight that I lost to Hernandez in 2017 on Floyd's card versus McGregor, I was extremely sick, man. I probably shouldn't even have been fighting, but I'm a fighter. You know, I'm gonna do what I got to do, and I
Oh,
think you know the
whoa,
story, Ness.
whoa, champ!
You know
Fuck
what's that?
going. They said you
Well, I
had
said
a
I'm a fighter. I'm gonna
contract.
do what I got to do.
No, they said you had a contract for Leicester.
I had a contract for Leicester. I never had a contract in my life for Leicester.
Maybe
Not
Bomac
once
is
have I had
Oh,
a contract.
maybe Bomac is wrong because Bomac is his manager. So I hit him up and I'm like, yo, would you give Kevin Newman a shot versus Lester Martinez? Because you're not ranked in the top 15, so they
Right.
would have to pull some strings. And his response was that I was scheduled to fight and you pulled out to fight
Man,
somebody else.
we were never scheduled to fight. Never once and ever were we scheduled to fight. There was talks about us fighting before, and it was something that I had another opportunity on the table. But there was never a contract. No one sent me a contract and said, "Hey, you're gonna fight Lester Martinez this date, this weight for this price." That never happened. I got reached out. They said, "What do you think about Lester Martinez fight?" So I said, "Well, I got this date coming up," and that was that. So, and actually, yeah, that was last year. So to touch back on that, matter of fact, I got hit up from my people. They was like, yeah, Lester Martinez, uh, blah blah blah. Well, this is the purse. So of course, I work with Dev. Talking to Dev, I'm like, look, this is the opportunity. He's like, nah. He's like, we got. I have a show coming up, and we're gonna put you on this and that. I said, okay, cool. Well, that was that. So that was the opportunity. Yeah, they reached out, but I never had a contract. There was never nothing that was sent to me for me to fight. I just got someone had asked if I would want to fight him, and that was that. But it was never a no. It was just a okay. I have something else on the table right now. So no, it was
it's just a
never.
verbal.
Yeah, it was just a verbal. Just someone just reached out and it was like, would you fight him? And I'm like, yeah, of course I would fight him. I said, I'm not ducking no fades, but I have this on the table. So that was what was already on the table. The keys are in the
Word,
keys are in
word, word.
the gym bag. Go try and start the car then. Yeah,
I'm
no,
in
I
the
didn't get no
car.
contract though. That's a lie. I don't know where Bomac is getting his information from. That's not true.
All right. Well, we're gonna work on it. We're gonna work on
Yeah,
it. Trying to text Pro Box, see what they could do. Well, first confirm there ain't no contract, and then see what's up. See do they like it.
yeah,
They
yeah.
definitely watching though. He said he just tuned in. But we got a
Who's
couple
that?
questions. The owners of Pro Box.
I just
Oh,
got
okay,
one
okay, okay.
question, man.
Yo,
What about Trevor McCumbee? Like I know you said you know his trainer, so I feel like that
yeah,
would be a good fight for you because he did put down Plant. He did put him
right,
down on his pockets. That'd
right.
be a
No,
fight you interested
me and Trevor, we actually boxed
That's a good
we
fight.
were, we boxed, yeah, yeah, we boxed back when we were younger, and actually he was like 5-0, like 5 knockouts at the time. He was training with Kenny Adams, and he got in there and he got what he got, you know. So me and him, we've all boxed, and Trevor knows what it is. He knows what it is with me. We got footage of that, matter of fact, you know. But like I said, I don't care to talk about sparring too much, man. But you know, when you hear guys like Plant say, "Oh well, so this guy he could do it in the gym, but can he do it on the lights?" But he knows what I did to him, and anybody that was there that day knows what I did to him. And that's what I said. These guys ain't what really people think that they are like that. That's the thing. But like I said, hats off to him. He's done great in his career. You know, he's made a hell of a name. He's made a hell of a career. And I mean, you know, he's became world champ, something I haven't done. So respect to him, man. But Trevor, I would take the Trevor McCumbee fight. They could call me now. I know he's with Pro Box. You know, all you got to do is,
in.
is is call me. I'll take that fight
Where was that
ASAP.
fight
You know,
at that you just had? It was in you was
it
you
was
you
in
and Shamar both fought, right? That was in
yeah, it was in Louisiana. Yeah, yeah. They
Louisiana.
got it listed that I weighed in at 188. I didn't. I weighed in 172. He weighed in 190. So yeah,
For
yeah,
sure. Well, I got a couple questions from the people I want to get to before we get you out of here.
yeah, yeah.
First one is coming from Toledo Trees. Do you think Devin can get you a David Morrell fight? And what is the hardest thing to cut from your diet during training camp?
Do I think Devin could get me a David Morrell fight? I mean, well, David Morrell fights at 175. I'm fighting at 168. But I mean, you know, of course, Dev can make calls. You know, and he can do what he can do. You know, I mean, and that's just it. But it's up to these guys if they would be willing to fight me, which I'm sure Morrell would. You know, it's like. But yeah, I'm sure Dev can make things happen. You know, his name is big enough in boxing to where he can make a call. But like I said, you see with the Rosado thing, he mentioned he would love to make a fight with me and Rosado, and just Gabe kind of just ignored it. So it's ultimately up to these guys. And he said, "What's the easiest thing to cut out of a diet?"
Yep. The
He said,
hardest
"What's the
thing.
hardest thing for me?" It has to be like sweets, man. Like I'm a big sweet person, like desserts and candy and stuff like that. Like, I love like that type of stuff. That's the hardest stuff for me to cut out.
What's your favorite candy?
Man, I like chocolate, man. Like I could eat like the Oreo cookies and cream, Hershey's chocolate bars. I could eat the peanut M&Ms. I mean, bro, all that stuff, man. Like I love it all, bro. I love it all.
Nah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So,
I'm
You and
definitely
Norman
peanut
Jr.
M&Ms.
Yeah, yeah, man.
man, I love, man, bro. That's the hardest stuff for me to cut out is those sweets. But after the fight, for sure.
I got Ruin the 504. How are you planning to have more activity this year in the ring?
Well, I mean, like I said, I got a couple guys that I'm working with, so I already have, like I said, I already have two possible dates coming up within the next month. So, it's just when you don't have a promoter and you're kind of, like independent. Well, I work with Deb, but Dev wasn't really promoting shows like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like kind of like more of an independent thing. It's tough to stay busy, but Dev put me on that one, and then we're gonna go again, and we're gonna keep moving, man. So the activity is just, you just gotta you gotta do the best you can do. But one thing about me is I stay in the gym year round. I'm never out the gym, never out of shape. So I'm always ready for whatever comes my way. But like I said, I already have a date either April 29th or May 3rd, so and we'll just keep going from there.
All right. Next one is from Octo. Yo, champ, what's your favorite music artist? And give us one movie we should watch.
Favorite music artist, Michael Jackson. Yeah, he's my favorite music artist. He's the GOAT. As a kid, his music was, a big thing for me, growing up, part of my childhood. And, my kids love Michael Jackson. So, it's like Michael Jackson's definitely my favorite artist. But what was the next question? What was the
One
other one?
good movie we should watch.
One good movie you should watch. Damn, that's a good question, man. Shit, I'm trying to think of what's a movie that. Man, there's just so many. It just depends what you're trying to get out of a movie. You know what I'm saying? Um, Shit. I mean, you see, Val Kilmer just passed away, so we can say Tombstone. Hell of a movie. Hell of a movie.
All right,
If you
Tombstone
haven't
is a
seen it,
great movie. That's a great. I
yeah, hell
haven't
of a
seen
movie.
it.
Hell of a movie. Yeah.
Let me see. Next one is from Ali and Dago. What up, Kevin? Who are your top 3 favorite fighters of all time?
Top 3 favorite fighters all time: Muhammad Ali, Roy Jones, Sugar Ray Leonard.
I got Mr. Benny Hinn. What was something you elevated in your game in the last year?
That's a good question, man. I mean, I think I'm a lot more of a busier fighter than I used to be. You know, I used to when I was training in Vegas, you know, with Jeff, who's a great trainer. You know, he trained me, started training me since I was a kid. You know, but just being more active. You know, like I used to play defense a lot, and I think that's what has got me, you know, a couple losses that I have. It's not because no one's beat me because they were beating me up or been better than me. That has not happened. I think that being active, you know, Roy has taught me how to stay active in the ring, you know, and constantly be just dominating and winning the rounds, you know. So every second of every round. That's the biggest thing I think that I've been working on the past few years for sure.
All right. Next one is from Malcolm in New York City. He says, what's a country you haven't been to that you want to visit in terms of vacation or even to fight at?
In terms of a country I haven't been to visit, Africa would be dope,
Or
man. I mean,
even to fight at, or even to fight at.
even yeah, Africa would be dope, man. I mean, it's somewhere that I've never been. You know, it's the motherland. It's like, you know, it's you know, that would be dope, man. Especially the history. You know, you got like, you know, the the rumble in the jungle and stuff like that. I mean, so it's just like that with that history, it'd be dope. It'd be dope for sure. That I haven't visited there or fought there ever.
Donald in Baton Rouge, would you box on a Jake Paul undercard? You did already.
I already have. Yeah, I already have. I fought on Jake versus Nate Diaz. Yeah, but Jake's my guy, man. He's my guy. He's a good friend of mine, man. So yeah, definitely. If the opportunity presented, so I would do it again.
You sparred him too?
Yeah, Jake. Yeah, me and Jake boxed multiple times. I came to see. I don't do training camps, but Jake had came to Vegas. Actually, that's how we met. He came to Vegas. He was in Vegas, and BJ Flores, his trainer at the time, was like, "Yo, man, you know, you in town? You know, I want you to box with my guy." I'm like, "Sure." So I boxed with him. He was cool. You know, we kept it light, kept it quick, but I was talking shit to him, and you know, I was just messing with him, you know, because I didn't know who he was, and I didn't really give a damn, you know, and I talked a little shit to him. He talked his shit back, you know, about, you know, his business stuff and stuff like that. Like I was like, I was boxing with him, and you know, I'm doing whatever I want to do, and he's like, I'm like, man, I said this shit is, I was like, this shit is easy, man. I was like, this is my second or third training for the day. He's like, yeah, that's cool. He said, I just made $500,000 in like 20 minutes or some shit, right? I was like, well, what do you say to that? There's nothing else you could say to that, you know? And then we got out the ring. You know, one of the guys from his team was like acting all tough, like I wouldn't smack the shit out of him. He's no longer with this team. And he was acting all tough. And then Jake was like, nah, man, it's cool. Me and Jake dapped it up. We've been cool ever since, man. Super cool. Yeah.
We got the next one. Says, yo, what up? Quest from Norfolk, VA. What's your
Yeah.
favorite fight you had, and who's your top 3 boxers to watch right now?
Favorite fight I've had. Probably the Hernandez fight, man, because I told everybody that, you know, that was listening, because people don't care, man. When you in boxing, they don't care if you're sick or, you know, if you whatever you have going on. You see guys pull out fights for being sick. You know, I think with the Lester Martinez kid, he pulled out the day of his fight from being sick. You know, so it's like when shit you like. I go in the locker room, I look up in the locker room, and the lights are spinning. And before I get to the arena, like the day of the weigh-in, I had like sucked in. I had like mucus in my nose, and I spit it out, and it was just bloody, gooey, just a bunch of shit in my mucus, right? So I get an antibiotic and I take it, and it starts to make my stomach hurt like real bad, like to the point to where it was, even if I touched my stomach, it would hurt. So I'm sitting on the couch, with my mom. She's trying to help me out. I couldn't even eat nothing the day of the fight, but I'm like, shit. This is that Jordan flu game moment, right? So I get to the arena, I'm looking up at the lights. The lights are all spinning and shit. And I'm just like, damn, like I ain't never felt like this before. So I go in the fight. I lost a close decision or whatever. And, it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't like he beat me or anything like that. It was just not being active enough. So then they call me back couple years later. They're like, because he's going on this thing and he's talking crazy and this and that. They said, you want to fight him? I said, we got a list of guys. I want Hernandez. So we fought on Showbox, and I whooped him from round 1 to round 8. And it's funny, the broadcasters, they were like, well, Newman told us he was sick, and we see now, like it was nothing for me. So that was probably my favorite fight for sure.
All right, I got a few more here, champ. Next one is from Major Media. If you were a created player in an EA Fight Night game, what would
Yeah.
be your current rating for power, speed, and ring IQ?
It depends. Okay, so the ratings are based out of 1 out of 100. Power, I want to say for super middleweight, probably about an 82-ish. So we'll go 82, 80, 83. Just depends. 82, 83. But speed, definitely in the 90s. High 90s. And ring IQ in the 90s for sure as well. Like people just haven't seen me, man. They haven't seen the best of me. They haven't really seen me. So they don't know what my intangibles are, or they haven't seen me that much. But I'm a very smart fighter, and I'm getting better, man. That's all I can say.
All right, and it looks like the final one is from Tip Bellis in Maryland. Have you tried directly messaging Demetrius Andre for a fight? Yeah, no one asked about that. He is at 68. Would you be willing to
Yeah,
fight Demetrius Andre, and have you
absolutely.
messaged him directly to try to make that? He's been starving for a fight.
Absolutely. I mean, I haven't messaged him, but that's the fight that I would love. Like, these are the fights, those type of fights are the fights that, I want. Of course, yeah, you're not trying to, you don't want to, like I said, with the Gabe Rosado thing, skip the line, but that type of fight with the Demetrius Andrade or a Caleb Plant or Edgar Berlanga, or these type of fights get you up. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones that get you really, really, really amped. It's not about the money, man. I think that's where everybody, yeah, of course, it has to make some sense. But like with Jaime Munguia, I got called for Jaime Munguia when he fought the Bruno kid that knocked him out. They called me. They said, "Hey, Jaime Munguia, 100,000 or whatever." They said, "Yeah, Jaime Munguia, you want to fight him?" I said, "Yes." I said, and they were like, they're paying 100,000." I didn't ask what else was on the table. I just said, "Listen, I don't give a damn. Give me the fight." I said, "It's in Mexico." I said, "Okay, cool. I don't care." They called me back. Kevin, he said, "Yeah, okay, cool." Next thing you know, they call me back again. Actually, Kevin, they said, no, you're too fast, and you move too good. They want someone that's going to stand there and sit in front of them, which they got. They got a guy that was going to stand there and sit in front of him, and the guy knocked him out. But Demetrius Andrade, I would definitely take that fight, 100%. I mean, it'd be a hell of a fight. He's to be fair, out of all the guys that we talked about, that would be the toughest fight. He's a very sharp southpaw. You know, very tricky guy. Not a lot of people want to fight a guy like him, and it's because he's very good at what he does. I mean, yeah, you take the Benavidez fight away, but the work that he did before that, I mean, he has an ugly, awkward style, So it's. But I would definitely take that fight, definitely.
Well, I wouldn't even mind seeing you with Demond Nicholson as long as we could get it on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I would love to fight Demond. Actually, it's funny with Demond Nicholson. We were in the TCL together, and he had got an offer to fight me. Like the guy that was managing me at the time had reached out to him, and it was for a show that was in Vegas, and I guess he didn't. There was something that he said to him or whatever. So I asked him. I was like, "Yo, bro," I'm like, when we gonna run it, man, for real, like outside of this TCL stuff. And then, he kind of was like, what you mean? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, the officer. Oh, yeah, yeah. He was like, well, then I guess the bread wasn't enough, is what they said, which is fine. I understand that. You gotta feed your family. You gotta take care of your people. So I get that part. But I would definitely fight Demond Nicholson. No problem.
Well, champ, those are all our questions. I do want to thank you for giving me the
Of
time, and
course, man.
go ahead
I
and give out
appreciate
your
y'all.
social media in case somebody that isn't following you can do so.
Yeah. At Kevin Newman _II. You can reach out to me. That's on Instagram and Twitter. So yeah, both of those.
All right, champ, man. So as soon as you get some more fight news or anything, let me know. DM me so we can
Oh
schedule
yes.
you back.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the next couple of dates that I got, and then we'll talk for sure.
All right.
I appreciate y'all having me, man. Thank you.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you.
Thank you.
Hopefully we see you on that pro box.
Yeah.
Hey man, that'd be dope,
It's
man. Like
one
I
of
said,
these guys, man.
yeah, no, if they I know, like I said, I know they got McCumbee and they got Martinez, and like I said, they come with something decent, then absolutely, absolutely, why not?
Send me
So
your manager's contact so I can forward it to him.
I'm gonna send you. Yeah, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you.
All right,
Okay.
champ. Take it easy.
All right, man. Y'all be easy.
There you have it, ladies
Okay.
and gentlemen. Kevin Newman II. The show still rocking and rolling. And if we really shake, we could go. If we could go to 10:30. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna cancel that interview. And I'm gonna go to the summit. I forgot the summit. I gotta go to the summit, bro. Gotta go say what up, my man Mauricio. And Margaret Goodman over there, man. I need that fucking interview, bro. Juice, what up?
WBC out there.
Yeah. They took over Las Vegas for the last 2 days. This is the last day. I gotta get up in there before it's too late. We hear you, champ. We hear you.
Yeah, no, I was gonna ask a question
I
to that.
mean, you don't sound too good
Interview
though.
I guess.
Is you on some sort of speakerphone,
I'm
car
outside.
phone?
Hold on, I'm about to take it off. Hold on. Or just get me, come back to me.
Okay. What up, 7-0 Dose? Yeah, man, I hate
What it
that.
do?
I hate the 4-person interview mode. It looks so cluttered. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like
yeah.
when I'm
Yeah. Shout out to Newman, man.
that's preference. That's preference. I don't know. Maybe the audience needs to tell me like, nah, man, shut up, Ness. Bring everybody on. I just hate when I got an interview and all of a sudden we go from this view to the 4 view, and it's just like I feel it's cluttered, and it's making it harder for my editor to chop that up and make a reel.
Oh yeah. I didn't
You
think
know,
about
because
that.
now Newman is a smaller box.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
you're probably right.
I need them reels.
Yeah, shout out to Newman, man. We was rocking with Newman since the amateurs champ. We actually were gonna fight at the same time, but they didn't find me an opponent, man. He's a dude's been for real. I don't understand why we haven't seen Newman. That's why I really wanted to tell him, like, champ, man, we been. I used to think, like, I remember Newman like coming up with the wave somewhat like a Carmel coming up now. It was like it was like that before all of the guys coming out the Mayweather gym. Newman was kind of one of the early guys, man, that was really in that gym, getting brought up in the Devin Haney days. He was right there. When Jay Leon, Tank, all them guys that he what's the other guy's name from another country, from Sweden? I forget. They were all Badu Jack.
Badu Jack. Yeah.
Yes, sir. They were all there, man. It was the great times. The Mayweather was in the gym, the doghouse, everybody tapping on the rings. Man, those are the days right there, man. I remember those days. And Newman was one of those guys I used to roll up. He'd come out the new whips, and I'd be like, yeah, that guy's gonna go. And it just, I hated that I never could see him in the main.
That's why I
like
threw out a
that.
name like Demond Nicholson. That shit should be easy to make.
Yeah,
Easy
that
to
hurt.
make.
That hurt to see Newman not become what we really seen in behind the scenes. The people in the gym, we knew, we're like, damn. Hopefully everything goes good though for Newman.
Word. Yeah, sound like Ness trying to get him a fight.
Sir.
If I could, but look, You see how that looked. Like I reached out, and then all of a sudden there was something there. It's even on ESPN.
That's
That
good.
after the Gongora fight, Newman was named as a possible opponent. So maybe he wanted to tune up first, kind of like Jesus Ramos, and I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But
Yeah.
now let's see, could we get it to shake, man?
For real, for real.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I think Newman Nicholson on Pro Box is a great co-main or even the main.
Yeah, Pro Box would be a good shine for Newman for sure. I mean, they don't. Those are going to be some hard fights, but it's a good audience. It would look good. Newman will look very good in that type of style setting for YouTube. For everybody to see for free. I think it's going to be good. Good shine
I
for
just
him.
wish Pro Box didn't go away from the Wednesdays, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Why
Yeah.
they switching to only Saturdays and getting
Yeah.
what's up with that, bro?
I
I
like the
love that
midweek
little
fights,
Wednesday
man.
shit. I don't know. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I'm assuming
And it's twice a month too, like every other week.
Yeah, it was dope. I like the Wednesdays. I didn't even know they stopped doing it. I was still, every Wednesday I'd always look forward to. That would be my Wednesday, bro. It's Pro Box.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Like I booked the hump day, for Pro Box.
And
Yeah,
the
because
names weren't crazy, but it's the matchmaking that was good. Like the fights were always good.
and I liked it too because it set a day for it. It was like one of those days where it's like it's just for that. It's that's what's on the schedule for Wednesday, And now on Saturdays and stuff like that's competition. It's a lot of competition in that.
Right.
To be able, I can't do that day. Oh, who's fighting in that day? It's like I feel like they put a little bit of more stress on themselves like that. More work,
Yeah, it's
unnecessary.
crowded now for sure. Yeah. Saturdays.
Yeah,
Everybody's
coulda,
going now.
if they would have kept Wednesday, they could have consistently, would have had that in people's schedules. I mean, it took maybe a few years. I remember when Pro Box did their first event, we were covering it on my little channel, and I was going to cover every single event, but it was just hard to, it was hard to do that. But I know that the growth of Pro Box has been very, very well. It's been amazing, and I would have loved for them to stick with that Wednesdays for sure.
Hell yeah. Wednesday nights, man. They had a good thing, but I get it, man. It's probably they're looking to do bigger and better things, right? They're moving around a lot. They're not doing it in Plant City a lot either, Ness.
Yeah, they're on the road.
No, they're done with Plant City, bro. They're on the road now. That's it. They're getting that gate revenue, bro. They put it like you don't see that everywhere else that they go. They sell way more than 800 tickets. They only had an 800 ticket venue in Plant City, so they on the road getting that gate money, man. And I know. I hear them.
Yeah.
That gate. I hear that gate is doing wonders, and bigger gate, more revenue means better fights for them. So
exactly.
It's a smart thing to do.
It's a no-brainer for sure. Yeah, definitely. The numbers don't lie. They see it. They see that. Let's go. Yeah. Hit the road.
Good for them, man.
Let's go.
702, you busy?
Today? Nah. It's good.
You wanna be my camera guy? Go to the summit. Let's interview these motherfucking let's get Mauricio on a one-on-one. What we got to talk about, Mauricio? Didn't some new shit pop right after we just had him?
Yeah, I'm down. Let's go. I got the mics. I got everything. Mic up.
Yeah, ask him if he's gonna strip Bivol.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that's what happened. The Bivaroni.
Ask him if he's gonna strip Bivol, man, or let that fight go.
Yeah, what time we have to be there though?
Schedule. I mean, I'm about to end it because 10 o'clock is the welcome video, and then it looks like Margaret is gonna be around at 10:15 mark. I don't want to miss that. I never even seen her face. I need to actually let me ask my girl to hook me up with that introduction.
Yeah, you gotta let me know because that way I can get the logistics going.
I want to be there by 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Be in there before 10 a.m. Yeah, I mean, if you can't make it, it's all good.
No. I'm just saying at 10 a.m. It's like it's already 9:30, champ. So it's like I got to go now.
Oh yeah, because you are farther, right? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're
All right,
right.
just send me the address. I'm about to take off now.
It's the New Orleans.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, bet. I'm out. About to
All
get
right.
going. Ryan, peace out,
Yes,
homie.
sir. 702, man.
Your buddy. El jale no para.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna cancel that interview. I hope he don't get tight. I'm sorry, Omari Jones, but I'm at this summit. I gotta get to this summit. I gotta make sure I, pop out for my man Mauricio.
Hell yeah.
Always holding me down. That's how you gotta do it. So
Hell
yeah, man, we
yeah,
gonna
man.
get it ended. Make sure I left. I ain't leave no super chats. I actually did. Okay. I got Mr. CYP $2. No OC fight. James or nothing. Uh-oh. OC is the boss. $5. Whoa, Mr. Quitter just ducked emoji me. I guess it's Forbes or Karma. Mr. CYP $2. CYP can be 201 versus James. It ain't going past 1.
Oh my gosh, man.
But wait. I thought you was optimal at 184, and that's why you ain't fight G-Vaughn at plus 201. We got OC is the boss. $5. Trying to drop another bomb for all them damn 5. Bucky Rogers, salute, but he's still a duck emoji. Call it what you want, Bucky. And we got Ray Sosa. Welcome to the prospect level. OC the boss with another fat $10. Karma Surge, take it easy, chump. You got the fight. CYP, duck emoji me. Karma, just make sure you got your master's book, the yellow book. Ness, pencil that clown emoji in. Flex emoji. Hot Hands Boxing, $2. James, CYP, way more organic than OC. Oh, I guess he meant to put James versus CYP. On that note,
Yo, did you see Tone's live last night?
I heard about it. I don't know where I heard about it. Oh, I think it was from someone sent me the Shakur tweet of Shakur laughing at Tone calling up a Russian store asking about Shakur.
Better
and
be a yo,
shit
that was
crazy.
hilarious. Cause the dude actually knew who Better Be was, bro. Oh man, shout out to Tone, man. I was hoping he would have came on, but yeah, y'all check that out. That was hilarious. My man was caught with his hand in the cookie jar, yo.
CYP.
CY Pizzle.
Yo. Hey, we all know James has fought the border wars. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no picking on nobody.
CYP. Whoa. You ain't nobody bring you back.
Yeah, no.
I
Then you
forgot.
send me what's it?
Whoa. Don't make
Oh,
me fuck
James
up. Don't
kicked him
try to
out?
get me to fuck up my money with James, bruh. I don't want James getting mad at me. Hold on 1 second. We're going to get this right, CYP. You know I mean no harm, no disrespect. Let's see if James, someone paid. What's going on here?
Oh, somebody's supposed to free him up?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you said James had paid to
James
mute
hit
him
him with
after
the
a
last
minute.
one again. He cut him again. That's why. So I don't know.
Damn.
Oh, no, they're saying no. Yeah, they're saying no. But let me hear it directly from James at the moment. Whoa, Spider, you got booted, man. We ain't taking that disrespect. Round 1 Sports, what up?
Man, shout out to Spider Rico.
Spider out here won't take a border
What
wars
up,
fight,
guys?
but
Hold on, give me a
can't
second.
stop calling girls bitches and hoes. What up, round
Oh,
1?
man.
Yo, can you hear me?
Perfect, man.
What's good? What's good?
Great call yesterday, by the
Yep.
way.
It's my
What's
guy,
up,
Edward.
gentlemen? How you do? Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Oh, flip. What's going on, my guy? Puerto
What's
Rican
going
fam.
on, man? Yeah, man, we was chopping it up yesterday. He let me on the boxing voice. Thank you, Ness. And we were talking about possible fights. But what's going on, guys?
We
We're
talking about
talking
Tank
obviously
Davis.
this weekend's fights with the Guido and Torrez main event on ESPN Plus, and we're talking the Salvador from ESPN Rodriguez news where he's saying the Tank and Roach rematch is June 21st here in Las Vegas.
Well, Torres, you know what I'm saying? I'm hoping a lot for him. I think that he's just you know, uh, he's in a tough division right now, and he's winning a lot, and I have a lot of hopes for him. As far as that Tank Davis Lamont Roach situation, there was a lot said in that fight. There was a lot of controversy about the knee, even the grease in his eye, and I was one to say that I don't even think that Tank Davis knows where the grease actually came from, and at the end of the fight, I think that he was just a little confused on what happened in the moment, and he yelled out that he had his braids done 2 days ago. But in actuality, what happened in that situation, it was he got Vaseline in his eye, and the way he got it was by punching Lamont Roach in the face. The Vaseline that they put on Lamont Roach's face every round goes on his glove. He puts his glove back to his face against the braid. It piles up against the little rubber band knot. It snapped back, went into his eye. That's never happened to him before. He said it was chemicals. Had it been chemicals, it would have burned his eye. And I think Tank was just like a little confused in the moment. And now that we're getting this Lamont Roach Tank fight too, I think a lot of people are buying into his performance. And I tried to tell you this yesterday when I called that I just think that he was really familiar with Tank. He sparred with him for a long time. He knew things about Tank, his tails, his mannerisms that most fighters are not going to understand when they're in there with Tank. They're going to have to learn that, a feeling out process. He didn't have a feeling out process with Tank. They went right to work. I think this next fight is going to be real interesting, and I think that that's why Tank Davis went and got a second look from a different coach, because while training with Lamont Roach, he was under the tutelage of Calvin Ford. So I think they were trying to change him. But Tank Davis, you know, for a long time, I was starting to criticize him because I think he's a remarkable talent. And I thought that, he wasn't fighting these fights or ducking. And I think it was me as a fan, and I got to take responsibility. I wasn't
You may
listening to
feel like
Tank.
it's your time,
I wasn't listening to him.
but it's not your time.
Well, all right,
Yeah,
champ. I
thank you for
appreciate
having
you.
me on. Thank you for having me on once again. Boxing up north. Salute, brother Ness. Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Appreciate you.
All right. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I got to get to this WBC summit. If you in Vegas, meet up with me at the New Orleans, and let's chop it up. Till the next one.
Word.
Peace.
Peace.
Wait, let me make sure I ain't leave no super chats. No, we good. Let me refresh. Damn, we good. Peace.